Hi, everyone.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Welcome to
A podcast will save this relationship, Sarah, she, her.
I'm Josh Him. You go first now. I guess that's just how it is.
Yeah, but I'm aggressive about it this week.
Jesus, calm the
aggressive.
flick down.
I will not calm the flick down. I'm literally hitting the gwitty and being aggressive about it.
On today's podcast this is our job to do, Sarah, and I have to introduce to the people that have waited 2 weeks for this.
Yeah.
We talked about the bear for like an hour and a half.
And then we talked about not quitting YouTube.
For 30 minutes. That's very good. That's the clickbait title.
Yeah, we're not quitting.
Quitting YouTube, comma, and not.
And then like get our faces so we're like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And then we'll just put that in a folder and I'll just keep reusing them for the rest of my life.
So I'll do like this. And then you put a circle around my mouth, and then you put like an arrow towards the circle on my mouth.
Yeah, I'll put an arrow wink towards the fucking... Things are gonna fall apart. We talked about that. We did our Reddit stories as per usual, and I think that's about everything. So don't forget to.
Didn't do fan fiction.
We didn't do fan fiction because we were done with the bear and the Reddit, the talking about not quitting.
And it was 2 hours, and you can't bother me to talk about 9/11 for 40 minutes after that.
Because we only have about an hour left, so it would have been a 5-hour long podcast if we did that.
And that's crazy.
And that's ridiculous. We've done so many 4-hour podcasts in the last few weeks. We're not doing it anymore.
I haven't eaten lunch. I gotta go eat. I'm sorry.
We gotta go eat food. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcast. Check out all the links down in the description for Palestine.
Yes.
There's a new distributed community thing that I talk a little bit about at the end and the break. A bunch of other stuff. Check them all out down in the description. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
So originally.
Right.
I was gonna start off one of these shows. I don't remember which one it was.
Have we started?
I guess.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, we're starting.
With a question that's literally just like a did you know question. And that's it.
Okay.
And
this is fun.
Did you know in Shrek?
Yeah.
The person singing Hallelujah is Rufus Wainwright?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I looked that up. I don't know why I found that out recently, but
I've heard his version of Hallelujah separate from Shrek.
Really?
Because I like Rufus Wainwright.
Yeah, but that's the version that they use, in the movie. I didn't realize that. I think that's just an interesting little fun fact.
What an interesting, fun what a wonderful artist they got to be on Shrek.
Yeah, you know what I think it was? It is because of the bear, because the bear had a bunch of Counting Crows in it.
Oh yeah.
I just remember the one, I think
there's a Counting Crow song in Shrek?
Shrek 2, I think. Yeah, it's Accidentally in Love.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to spoil the bear talk real quick, but the music on that show is so fucking good.
It's fantastic.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back after a 2-week hiatus.
Whew.
How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm doing good too. It's been a nice 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm doing really good, actually. I'm doing really good right now. We definitely needed these 2 weeks off.
Yeah, me too.
I think even when we take like 1 week breaks off, it never feels like a full reset.
But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it doesn't, but I know for sure after these 2 weeks, I do feel a lot more confident coming into the podcast, coming into the studio.
Yeah.
And more ready to go into February, I guess,
Yeah. I feel like I was not good for winter. The entirety of winter.
Yeah.
I feel like I was not great. I was going through it mentally, I think.
No, I get you.
And the 2-week break, I think, has helped me realize how much, and maybe this will be a little bit more serious of a talk than we normally do.
Yeah, probably for sure, yeah.
And then it'll be really funny when we finish Harry Potter 9/11.
Yeah, we're walking that line right now, yeah.
So we have two things to talk about, the bear, and I guess
Reddit.
Where we're at with Reddit stories in general. I want to take the temperature of our audience, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we can. I feel like we should just jump into the bear. I feel like the bear is an apt metaphor for a lot that's going on.
Okay, yeah.
Creatively, personally, a lot of that. I know we're I think the bear came out in June of last year, so we're technically a year late on this. But what an excellent fucking show!
It is really a fantastic show.
I'm gonna say spoilers too from the beginning.
Yeah.
Go watch it and then come back.
Yes.
You can finish it in a week, guys.
There are gonna be. Yeah, we did that. We watched like all of it in like 3 days.
Yeah.
But
don't do that.
Do it. It's not gonna hurt you if you watch a TV show, guys. Don't go do it.
All right. Okay.
You're gonna go crazy if you watch all of it's 2 seasons. It's like fucking 15 episodes total.
Like 18, something like that.
It's something crazy, like low. It's very good.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's
it genuinely made me feel good by the end of the 2nd season, honestly.
Yeah, it was kind of a rough road, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I think that's what makes the show so good. Also, it does feel like the bear is like really hyper focused against you and I specifically in its own like kind of weird.
Well, I mean, I think describing, that's how I felt watching the bear. I felt very seen. You know what I mean?
Same, 100%.
And like sort of these toxic family structures that kind of lead to substance abuse and these toxic behaviors. And how
perfectionism and
how do you deal with success and how do you deal with failure and stuff like that.
Mm.
I don't know. I like, okay, what are we talking about first? Are we going through the first season?
I guess, I guess that's the only way to really go through it, I guess, because like the feelings and emotions vary wildly. First of all, calling it a comedy show is I get it. It is a comedy show, but it is one of the darkest comedy shows.
It's a dramedy.
I've seen. Dramedy, yeah.
Yeah.
Camera. Capra. Political. Streets ahead. But no, fucking I think it is right to go. The basic plot synopsis is we got Carmy. Carmy, he's a chef. He's the best chef.
Jason Jacob Allen White, whatever his name is.
James Allen.
James? Okay.
I don't fucking know.
Jeremiah Allen White.
Jebediah.
I don't fucking know his name.
Abracadabra. Winston.
Who's that?
From New Girl.
Oh. Winston from New Girl?
Winston from New Girl, yeah, that's the main character. What the fuck is his name? Hold on. I actually want to know what it is. James. Because I'm thinking of James Allen McCune from Sugar Pine 7 and the remake of Blair Witch. That's a deep cut. Yeah.
It's a deep cut. Oh my God.
The bear. So, okay, Carmy is a chef.
Carmy's a chef.
And his brother fucking dies from unaliving himself.
Yeah. We have to say unaliving.
No, it's suicide. He kills himself.
Yeah, like let's come on.
This isn't going on TikTok. Whatever. You
know? They don't know this stuff. They only like Reddit, or they don't. Apparently,
they don't care. Yeah. Jeremy Allen White. That's his name.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Allen White, fantastic actor.
Jeremy. I never went to Jeremy. Yeah, he's really good.
Fantastic actor. He is dealing with the grief of his brother's suicide, and he has to run his old sandwich shop called Beef or the Beef.
The Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has to deal with his cousin Richie, a new hire, Sydney, also Marcus, who's a new hire, I believe.
Oh, he is also a new hire?
I believe so, yeah. Or actually, no, he was always there. He just works on bread, yeah.
Yeah, because he knew Richie in the beginning, yeah.
There's Tina, there's Ibra, and a couple other people, and his sister.
There's Fack. Love Fack.
Fack is great.
His sister, Sugar, or Natalie.
Yeah.
And fucking... Who else? There's some other really good side characters that don't come up a lot, but are really good, and I wish I remembered their names, but they're fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of God, there's so much. I think it's important to say all the names now because every single character going forward is going to have their own personal journey, and the show balances it really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically he comes back and he starts running the kitchen, and it's getting kind of like ball busted is almost like. He's changing a lot of things, and Richie doesn't like it, who was basically Mikey's best friend. Mikey's the brother who committed suicide.
Yeah.
And the first season is just cataloging trying to keep this business alive.
Yeah.
And how difficult it is. And also him trying to like perfect this business, basically.
Yeah.
And it's really, really interesting to me. The entire show. I've never worked in a kitchen. I've worked in food service though. Fuck. the show is very accurate to me and how it's like.
Oh yeah, that's even just people talking. It seemed extremely accurate,
like super real.
Like you know how like in dramedy comedy shows where they're just like, and that's that. That's not how people fucking talk.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Chicago accents going after each other. And it's beautiful.
And just like yeah. And somehow it's funny. Somehow it's great.
Yeah. And the first season really showcases like the inability of him to like properly grieve his brother's death.
Yeah, and he throws himself into his work to sort of not
distract
think about
himself.
it.
Yeah, and like I was rewatching the first episode yesterday. The scene between him and Richie, who's named Cousin, basically, because like they're basically a cousin to him.
Yeah, they call each other. They say cousin,
Bear, Shug. You know, there's a bunch of different nicknames
they have
for
nicknames
everybody.
for each other. Yeah.
But he's telling his cousin basically like, if he wanted to let you run the business, why'd he pick me or something like that? You know.
Yeah, if he wanted you, if the way that you ran the business was good enough, why didn't he leave you the business in as well?
Yeah, and it's like, this is like 5 minutes into the show.
Yeah, they're immediately like, we're
already.
The first scene is a literal bear on the highway.
Yeah,
on a bridge.
Is it on the bridge? Is it implied to be on the bridge where he kills himself?
I have no clue.
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
It's the cinematography and the framing and the colors of everything it's very like film like.
This is almost a perfectly shot, like I want to say show. Almost, because I feel like if I watch back I might see like one or two things, but like I love the graininess of it. It feels really rough. It feels
I do love a real pretentious film grain. I love it.
Like just
people shit on it, but I love it.
It's so good. It is the best fucking thing. Like it feels it's dirty. Like a kitchen.
Trying to make metaphors
about kitchens, because that's what the show's about, kitchens and nothing else.
Nothing else.
But like God, it's such a good piece on like grief.
Yeah.
The first season, and like, man, I really just want to skip to the one take episode, but I can't because it really does need some explanation. Basically,
I've forgotten all of season 1. Season 2 blew it out of the water so hard.
Yeah.
I've completely forgotten everything that happens.
Main plot points is there's a lot of
where what's her face stabs the guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, the first like 5 episodes, whatever. You know, they're trying to run the business and it's trying to keep it afloat. You know, there's they have like an uncle that's not really an uncle that like owns the property technically and like wants to buy it and turn it into an Applebee's.
Yeah.
You know, convert it into some piece of shit. You know.
Yeah.
And like basically that's the ticking clock, right?
Because they're not making money.
They're not making money, and he wants to make money.
Yeah.
So basically, he hires a new person, and they're like super ambitious. Sydney, super ambitious.
Yeah. But she's great.
And she's great, yeah. And she's like also like a really good chef, and like he's slowly getting used to her ideas and like accepting it.
Yeah.
Not really in the first season because she wants to make a risotto and makes it, and it's great, but he doesn't want it to be actually on the menu yet because he still has an issue with it, and he won't say what the issue is because he can't process any emotion other than cook, you know.
Is that accurate?
I thought so. So after the I guess like maybe this is like he never really said, he just said it was good and then that we'll talk about it later. He kept pushing back, like critiquing.
It might be that you can't really plate that, you know, in a restaurant that's like, you know, I think that was kind of the big theme, I feel like, in season 1. You know, I might not be able to remember like tiny little details and stuff, even though we literally watched it like last week.
Yeah. I will say season 2 is taking up most of my mind, so I get it.
Yeah, I feel like the theme was, you know, he's struggling with grief. He's struggling with how his brother didn't talk to him before he killed himself.
Yeah.
And he's also struggling with success. Like he wants to succeed and he wants to make the restaurant worth something to sort of fix his relationship with his brother, which he says in the last episode.
Yeah.
And we also kind of we don't really see his control issues challenged in the first season.
No, not at all.
But it's kind of implied that he knows what he's doing because he already has been established as an expert by working at Noma,
like all these different like restaurants. And I think like there was something about like he got his star in his first year or something like that. Like he got a star, like a Michelin star in his first year. or he worked in the best restaurant in his first year or some shit like that.
Or they had retained stars. It wasn't actually like he had earned one.
He retained it after him being there. Yeah. So it's very difficult. It's interesting seeing basically because I guess the dichotomy is supposed to be he is the best of the best of the best.
Yes.
And he's reduced to like a sauce to
what the fuck? What the fuck are you saying?
He's reduced to
someone is like these bitches are just yapping.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's reduced to in his eyes he's reduced to just the beef, his brother's restaurant.
Yeah.
Like he is conflicted about that because he thought he used to be the best. Like,
and there's a big theme of Richie being like, this is the system. This is how we've always done it. This is how we've always done this specific type of food.
Yeah.
We can't change it because that would be changed, and we can't change as a business.
Change is bad, which is his way of grieving because he can't accept that Mikey's dead.
To the point where I thought Richie couldn't fucking read.
Because I think there were two things specifically. The fact that he couldn't see where the chili flakes were.
Yeah, so Carmi had labeled everything. Yeah. And he's like looking at it, he's like, I can't see what the fucking chili flakes are. And he's complaining about how Carmi had labeled everything.
Yeah.
Which if you're like me and an expert in kitchens because you've seen every episode of Kitchen Nightmares that exists on the internet, you know that this is a common struggle with kitchens that kind of run in a disorganized fashion, and then someone labels it, and then someone's like, I don't want to. For some reason, they're like against labels, and it makes no sense. But he's looking at the labels, and he's like, where are the fucking chili flakes? And Marcus comes up and he goes, it's the one
labeled chili flakes. And it's like right in front of him. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I fucking know that. And I'm like, oh, he's illiterate. He must be. He must be illiterate.
And you were like so dead set on
that's
that.
What it's
that's
gonna
totally
be.
What it is. I was like,
because it does kind of have the vibes of like a Ted Lasso, where it's like if people are joking and these kind of offhanded comments, and then like you turn around and they're like, I don't know how to read.
Yeah,
you know
I will
what
say
I mean?
it's
like
not as it's definitely not as schmaltzy as
schmaltzy is a good word.
Yeah,
where they
Ted
just
Lasso.
are like everyone has like an emotional problem and it will come up, and then we talk about how to overcome issues.
But the difference is there's no Ted Lasso to bring it out of people and really like
there's no overly nice person.
There's it
feels realistic finally.
Yeah, it feels like oh yeah, this is exactly how this would happen.
It's not like let's drop a cartoon character in the middle of this fucking soccer team and he's gonna change everybody's lives, and oh no, he has anxiety. Which is great.
Fine.
I love Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's a great show. I'm not here to shit on Ted Lasso.
This is like Ted Lasso if Ted Lasso did like cocaine.
Yeah, if Ted Lasso
I don't even know if that's even real.
If Ted Lasso had never learned what therapy was.
If Ted Lasso
was a chef.
had ties to the mob.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Like just a little bit on the edge, a little edgy, yeah. A little edgy Ted Lasso.
Is this edgy Ted Lasso? I guess.
The word edgy has been watered down so hard, and now it means you say slurs.
Okay, it's not edgy in that way.
It's not edgy in that way.
No.
It's edgy in that Richie has a gun and shoots it into the air.
He'll shoot it in the air, and he talks to mobsters, and he'll shoot him if he needs to.
Yeah, and he'll call the cops on him, and it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and it's like...
It's real shit.
Yeah, so it's really... man... There's so much. Okay, so like, he's not illiterate though.
No, he's not.
He knows how to
thought
read.
He was, but
he does know how to read.
He's so fucking belligerent to the system that it makes it seem like he is.
Because there's like also at some point he's like reading a document and he's just not reading it because he doesn't want to read it.
That's it. And it's like, what, this guy fucking can't read. Oh my god.
Well, it's not even like, and the thing is he can't. It's not that he can't read. It's that he won't read.
Yeah,
he won't.
That's it.
He's so belligerent that he won't change.
I just couldn't understand why someone would be looking at something with text on it and not automatically reading it in their brain.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I get what you mean, but
and if, like, I know there are people out there that I worked in customer service. Fucking. Yeah, no one reads anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people don't. Yeah,
but you would think someone that works in a restaurant that they want to work at would read.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really it's so God. It's such a good fucking show. I just because I'm thinking about Richie's arc in season 2, which we will get to.
Yeah.
But okay, there's one episode in season 1 that I do want to talk about. It's the one take episode, and it's basically because Sydney made a risotto, she gave it to a random customer.
Yes.
Random customer happens to be a critic.
Yeah.
And the critic gives a really good review that day. Next day, the day that review is being read, they also have an online ordering system basically being made
Yeah.
And Sydney accidentally kept it open for pre-orders.
Yeah, so a bunch of people who read the review
came in.
Yeah, and that's where if you've seen on TikTok,
it's the 99 chickens,
64 beefs, I need 3 fish, and it's like, yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, and it's like, that would also make me go insane.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's such a good. One thing I want to talk about real quick. I think that this is a kind of a growing sentiment. Is I think a lot of people are really enjoying shows and movies that have longer takes. That's not like super shot up.
Yeah.
Apparently, I watched a video essay, and I can't remember from who it's from.
Yeah.
But they were talking about like the average length of a film shot nowadays is like 3 seconds.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Which I mean makes sense. I think that, especially like, in like a lot more, there's a lot more like action-y films. There's a lot more, like even dramas are now having this. This show does not have, I don't even know what the average length of a shot is.
It is fucking long. Yeah.
It balances like the quick paced editing of like action when it's like, but it's about food. It's about like slicing knives, onions, carrots. It
gets to the kind of tactile nature of it, which brings you really like intimate because everyone's framed extremely
Everything's
close.
really close. You're seeing every little layer of the onion get sliced and slightly opened, and like it's really.
So you really get a scale for how much work there is being done.
And it definitely, and again, I haven't worked in a real kitchen. I'm going to say that. But when I worked at Disney, I worked at a quick service restaurant, and there was a lot of food prep. There was a lot of doing stuff like that. And when it was busy, it felt like that episode where it seemed like super overwhelming. Yeah. And when I went upstairs at Disney to the real restaurant and like they were still prepping, I could tell it was about to get real quick because like you have these like 2-gallon jugs filled with just onions and carrots and stuff. But like
restaurant workers, though, also I feel like have to deal with a stigma of people thinking like, like the asshole who doesn't tip unless he gets exceptional service.
Yeah.
The guy that goes into the restaurant and the food isn't perfect and then he complains about it and he's like, it's not perfect. And I'm saying perfect for a very specific reason.
Yes, this is
not made wrong. I mean, made not perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking, and he's like, oh, it's not perfect, blah, blah, blah. And then he doesn't leave a tip. It's people that underestimate the amount of work and the amount of stick-to-itiveness and like want that goes into working in a restaurant.
And I think it's also... there is kind of a stigma, and I think a lot of these, and I think in creative industries in general, I'm going to include restaurants in this because
it is. It's a creative industry.
There is a culture that is extremely toxic, and it's kind of touched on in season 1. It is very much touched on in season 1, especially with like the New York chef, who's played by Joel McHale.
Oh yeah,
and he's this huge piece of shit, like the head chef, and like Carmi's running like Expo. I think is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's plating everything finally. And like Joel McHale is just whispering in his
ear,
you're
so slow. You're a piece of shit. You're so slow. You're too fucking slow.
Worthless.
You're worthless. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just instilling all this anxiety into Carmen that's going to play in later,
Yeah.
And then you see Carmen enacting that when in that episode, in the long take episode where he's like just fucking yelling.
Yeah.
And like if the fucking cakes aren't fully done because Marcus wants to focus on making donuts.
Right, and then he throws Marcus's donut on the ground.
On the goddamn floor, yeah. And like it's like it's
makes Marcus quit.
Yeah, or not even like I don't even think he quits. I think Sydney quits and Marcus shows up the next day.
Yeah, I think he just took off the rest of the day.
Yeah. And like it's this really like that explosion is so
it's really rhythmically wonderful as well. Like the visual rhythm of it is very interesting. Like the explosion and we all know exactly why this explosion is happening and how these people are fucking up and they're apologizing for their fuck up, but we're losing time because we're running behind. And now we have to get all these orders in. And you kind of understand it from Carmi's point of view.
That's the hard part. That's the challenging part is like, this is.
And that I think is interesting. That's why I think it was a really good decision in season 2 to move away from Carmi's point of view.
Yes. And focus on everyone else's point of view.
Yeah.
Especially since like, and I think I can attest to this. So we can both attest to this. Like we're definitely not restaurant workers. We're not like, but we run a creative business. We definitely don't explode at each other though the same way.
Well, that's the thing though. When I was doing classical music, it wasn't like I heard that specifically. I don't think I've ever heard "you're worthless." But, well, actually, yeah, I was told to kill myself one time.
And
it was by a peer though.
Yeah, I mean, still though, there's like a weird like.
If you're not perfect or if you fuck up, it was one time in high school. I was doing something and I had a solo at the end and I completely fucked up the rhythm and it was hilarious. Honestly, looking back, I should have just laughed it off, but I was so upset and I turned and this fucking asshole that never showed up to rehearsal sounded completely out of tune 100% of the time, sucked at all of his rhythms, and the only time he ever got anything right was because he drilled it 20,000 times and he sounded like a robot. Turns to me and said, "Kill yourself."
Jesus Christ.
Because I got it fucked up. And I don't even remember. I don't know. He had a bunch of emotional problems though as well. He he wouldn't go to school and had some issue with his mom or whatever. So I don't even really fully blame him. And honestly, I think that whole thing is fucking funny now.
No, I feel that, yeah.
But I've been through that you need to be perfect mentality.
The gauntlet of like, and I've definitely gone through that too, like when I was in film. I only worked...
I will say you rejected it, though. I kind of understand the value
I do reject it still. I think, but it's... I'm not going to say it isn't there. I remember working on one film set for UCF as the key production assistant, which is a useless title. It's just a PA pretty much. Yeah. But like I basically, I think I fucked up one thing. And over the radio, I basically said, some guy, the main guy that I was supposed to go up to, said something over the radio. I didn't understand what he said because it was over fucking radio.
Yeah,
I just said, and no one else understood it, so they just said, "Oh yeah, just say 10-4." So I said 10-4, and then afterwards he said, and in the deepest voice possible, "Don't let it happen again." And I have no clue what the fuck he said.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was very much like, yeah. And also going through that and like being the PA, there was like one scene that I had to like close off the set for and like let no one through except for like the director and like 3 other people. But like no one would fucking listen to me. Like they would just go right past me like, "Hey, no, wait, no." And then they just go right through. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It was awful. It was the worst fucking thing.
I gotta be honest. I kind of miss that shit.
You miss that? I don't. I do not miss that.
Because like
anything. No.
So many things, so many instances. Like I'm sitting there in the fucking UCF Community Orchestra, and our director is like, "You don't have to do this if you don't want to." And I'm like, "Fuck, what am I doing? I'm carrying around this fucking. Someone worked so hard on this instrument. Someone spun these strings out of fucking. They worked really fucking hard on it. This shit is all like." It's not all handmade. Like I know some of it, but if it's wood, it usually is. And like this shit costs $2,000, and I'm lugging it on my back, and I'm taking a bus to get here on time, and I'm sitting here and I'm making sure I'm perfectly in tune, and I'm failing.
Yeah, I
every day.
Yeah,
and it's not okay.
No, it's not okay at all.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
At the time, it was not okay to fail. It was not right.
Yeah.
It directly meant that I was not practicing enough, which directly meant I must not want this enough. And that's the mentality. But you also kind of have to put that mentality in when you're creating something perfect. Because the reality is, if I sit there in an orchestra and I'm out of tune, I'm off beat. I forgot my music. I don't know. I'm 30 minutes late. I'm hurting everyone else in the group. And that is kind of what season 1 of The Bear is saying is Richie, who shows up 4 hours late. Yes, he might have a good excuse that he's there. He went to his daughter's recital.
Yeah.
But
you're fucking up everyone else's shit.
That's a pair of hands that's not there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because the goal isn't let's make everyone's lives, let's take care of our workers. The goal is let's get the food out and let's make the food great.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
I understand the mentality, and it's not like They definitely portrayed Joel McHale's character as like overtly abusive.
Mm.
And I understand it.
Yeah.
Because that saying that actively is like, yes.
It's abusive.
Yeah, that is abuse.
It is complete abuse, yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't tell people to kill themselves because they were bad at the viola for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. That is bad and it does fuck with people. But I just feel like the strictness, no one becomes a genius at anything without going through. I mean, and maybe this is wrong, and maybe the comments are gonna be like, "You're fucking wrong." No one, no, you don't become a genius without failure.
Yeah,
and there needs to be a motivation to get back on the horse. And I think a lot of people will choose fear tactics over just admitting that it's okay to make a mistake because you're afraid of saying, "Oh, it's okay to make a mistake. I'm just gonna make mistakes all the time." Because it's okay. And that's the fear, but it kind of people generally want to do a good job.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what I personally believe in, and I think that's what season 2 is about. These people, they all failed, and then they came back and they succeeded. Except for Carmi.
Except for Carmi. Yeah, fuck rest of season 1, whatever. She goes to Al-Anon and
Al-Anon, yeah. I really enjoyed the portrayal of Al-Anon, honestly.
Yeah, that was great. And also another one of those scenes, I timed it yesterday. There's like a 7-minute monologue and like 6 minutes of that is just on him.
Talking about his brother.
And it's just like this so close up and you can see every facial detail. It's so good.
Yeah.
But okay, season 2. Which I'm gonna say I think is a better season than season 1.
I think so too, and the tone of it was different because it wasn't all kitchen stuff.
Yeah, like up until the end, yeah, like pretty much nothing about the kitchen. Like there's very few. Like I mean, there's the episode where Richie goes and stages and learns to stage
at Noma. Yeah, Nova. I don't remember
whatever the name of it is. Yeah. But like I really enjoyed all the character focused. Like pretty much everyone besides Carmi.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because in Carmi's own restaurant in this season, he is the most absent from the restaurant and the most and also the most overwhelmed, I think. I think there is a way I think he just doesn't in the context of the show, he doesn't know how to juggle everything because he hasn't fully processed the grief, the abuse he's gone through in doing this. And like what he even wants with the restaurant, right?
Right.
And he doesn't even know also how to share with Sydney, who basically is coming up with
is his partner, his business partner.
Is the partner, and is like coming up with most of the food, doing most of the actual work. Even like Richie at some point, like he's at least trying to work on the restaurant, like at least
he cares about the details in the end of it.
Yeah, at the end, and he finally learns like. I'm gonna jump. Let's just jump to Richie real quick because that is probably
let's
the
do
thing
Richie.
That stuck with me the most.
My favorite thing, looking back on it, was in the beginning how he's crying and looking at photos of his wife and his daughter.
Yeah,
and also I think of Michael maybe, where he's like, "What's my purpose?" And it's like he's wearing the birth shirt, which is like a misprint. And he's just fucking like, I don't have a purpose. And no one gives a shit because Richie's such an asshole normally.
Yeah, but he actually does want to have a purpose and like
in life. Yeah.
And I think like even I think Carmi also does see that because there's the reveal at the end of Richie's episode where Richie didn't pull like the main chef or whatever at that restaurant doesn't accept favors and says that Carmi believes in you,
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing where it's kind of like he has a purpose. He has a skill. He does have a lot of people skills. He's very comfortable around people.
And I saw that in the first season, they really put that in where it's like, yes, Richie is like an asshole and he's a piece of shit, but he's a good dad. And he makes everyone that goes into the beef feel seen. He remembers their names. He remembers the regulars, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, that might not be a skill that is useful in the kitchen, but
there's a front of house.
Yeah,
there is still plenty.
He's good at customer service.
Yeah,
and hospitality, and he finds the value, which a lot of people work in customer service and hospitality find, against the odds of people being assholes.
Yeah.
That they want to make someone's day and they want to help people have a good time.
And that's one of the things I and I'm looking back on, is the things that I didn't have at Disney or Universal. I had it more at Universal than Disney, but at Disney, there wasn't like a sense of camaraderie, because at the end of the day, we're just selling overpriced shitty pizzas. And
I'm sure there are some people at Disney that have that, but it's
not
like
where I was.
It's a specific type of person though.
Yeah.
That is able to take a lot of shit and turn it into a good thing.
Yeah, it's not college students that need to do this
not
stupid
me, for
bullshit
sure.
And then also have to go to like a Disney funded university so they can like learn more about hospitality. Yeah, it's not that.
No, it's not me. It's not you.
Yeah, it's definitely
not
me.
us. We're assholes.
Yeah.
We can't turn around and be like, oh, this person's yelling at me. Let me make their day.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is valuable. It is something that, people do really enjoy.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I don't blame anyone for having that,
No, I don't.
Yeah, so the Richie episode is so good because it is, first of all, this also comes after, I think, the Marcus episode as well. The Marcus episode was also fantastic. Just him focusing on like learning more from a guy that worked under Carmy than Carmy himself, which is very like...
Think about that,
And like, fucking awesome episode. We'll get to that in a second. But the Richie episode sticks out to me the most because it's the first time the show really takes Richie like super seriously and like really shows like
allows him to grow.
Yeah, and like just in this 1 week of like learning, like, you should care about how the forks are. You should worry about the streaks.
It's not inconsequential. It is something that will, all these details add up to a wonderful experience.
Because Richie does want to help people. He wants to make people happy.
He likes helping people. He gets to, and it's amazing too because he doesn't even see that he is an enigmatic person to the people around him,
Yeah.
Like even there, as he's leaving, they're like, we were really going to miss you. We really liked working with you. And that's such a switch from
the beginning where he's being still kind of belligerent and people just like, get your shit together.
He's got he's shooting into the air and he's fucking fighting with Sydney and and not really helping the company. Like he did need to step back because like he was getting in the way. And that's the thing too, where it's like, what the fuck is it? It's that turnaround where he's like seeing the people happy and like it's easy to compare that to like the first few episodes of The Bear where he's talking with the people that come into the shop and he is happy and he's like remembering the names. And like when that switch happens, it's so good. And during that episode too is also great because it really shows the dichotomy of like how little he has besides this, because there's the point where he gets the Taylor Swift tickets for his daughter and he calls Gillian Jacobs, also from Community, two Community references, Which one?
Or like Britta and Jeff are both in the fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
And then eventually they say Streets Ahead, yeah. But so like like that call where he's like, I got an extra ticket just in case, just for her to reveal that her new partner
is proposed to her,
and she said yes, and he's just sucking it up and like he
takes it like a fucking champ. He's like, okay, all right.
Then he goes in the next day
and he fucking kills it,
he fucking kills it because he's like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking make something of myself.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's like that weird like I guess there's like a weird switch. I think that was the real switch in the back of the head where it's like, I have nothing anymore. There's no fallback. There's no future here. I'm gonna find something new,
Yeah, well, I think even then, I don't think it was like, oh, my ex-wife is going to get remarried. I'm going to go and do a good job. I think you could read it like that. And I think definitely in the third season, if they go into Richie and how if everything doesn't go perfectly, how he might slip back into his old habits.
Yeah.
That's definitely something. But like, I think what it is he's just at his lowest.
Yeah.
And he finds, something that he's actually good at.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really human experience that a lot of people go through, where they go to their job after having like an emotional, social downfall, and they get there and they're like, fuck, man. And their boss compliments them and they're like, I'm good at my job. Because people want to be good at their job.
Yeah.
Even the most curmudgeonly asshole wants to be good at his job and do something good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
God, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I saying before that, though? Shit.
He's also very thoughtful in that episode. He asks people questions about themselves and how they got to where they are.
He slowly starts opening up to this whole staff that he's never met. He's probably never gonna. He might not ever see again. And he's so like heartbroken leaving that he's actually considering like, do I want to work here for real? Yeah. And like I don't know. And that last message, like the head chef, where he's just helping peel mushroom tips, or like the skin off the mushroom.
Yeah.
And like connecting with her and like talking about family and their dads and how like they didn't really have a good family, you know,
like failure, how she had failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. It's just like, you know, it's that's the thing is like, and I think the season 2 really showcases that failure is an option, and when you fail, it's not over.
Yeah.
Failure, I think you said this yesterday, failure's not a death sentence. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's a big theme all through season 2, and I think it's really clever the way that they talk about it.
Yeah.
Because Carmi kind of embodies that. He tries to say like, no, it's okay if you fail. Like there's that whole really kind of intimate friendship scene with him and Sydney.
Yeah.
That I think I remember people talking about it as if it was like them flirting or something.
No, it seemed very platonic to me.
I think I don't really want them to get together, honestly.
No, yeah.
I think Carmi's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and
Sydney is my queen.
And there's a parallel to me between alcoholism and perfectionism in the sense that they're both addictions. Like they are, you know, like the
being workaholics. And stuff.
Because in the last episode of season 2. Carmi relapses basically and has a mental breakdown because he hallucinates, not even hallucinates his former New York boss
that was telling him that he's a piece of shit. He's slow and everything.
And like really like, you know, he won't get anything done. Like he sees
that they're doing friends and family night where they do like a dress rehearsal for the restaurant opening, and then he sees his ex cook boss who told him he was a piece of shit, but he wasn't actually. He was just some guy that kind of looked like him.
Yeah, and it's I didn't realize that the first time watching it. We went back.
No, yeah, I read an article that told me about it.
Like
it really is.
Again, props to Joel McHale, like just smiling, like just like.
Yeah, he can be real creepy if he wants.
He's a real creepy motherfucker.
I still only see Jeff though.
That is true. Yeah, but like he really like. Also, like the other thing I liked about that episode too is that like the first 12 minutes are shot exactly the same way. Like it's a one shot, and the obvious parallels to the episode from season 1 where the chaos ensuing, like everything's about to fall apart.
Yeah,
and then Richie comes in and saves the fucking day, and it's back to like regular like cuts and editing. And
I love it because everyone is like, oh, we're gonna do this for Carmi, you know, I'm gonna go to culinary school and I'm gonna make friends and I'm gonna fucking go and change my whole personality. I'm gonna go to fucking Denmark and become extremely skilled all of a sudden.
Pastry chef, and like come up with 3 new dishes for Carmi's menu.
Yeah, I'm a person who I'm not into sports, but I'm reading this fucking sports thing about leadership because all of a sudden I'm a manager and I have to learn to manage a group.
Yeah.
And I am going to go through this and teach myself how to do this and also, you know, build up this fucking restaurant. And then Carmi just screams at everyone because he hallucinates a guy that would talk down to him a couple, like probably a lot, honestly, while he was working there. He was traumatized by it.
Yeah, he has a trauma response disorder, partially because of that, partially because of his family.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about that episode yet.
Yeah.
But that's his relapse is he gives into the anxiety, gives into the perfectionism because he feels if he's there, if he was even there, he has to make this dish perfect for that one guy because he won't hear the end of it. He will be berated again. and then he gets locked in the walk-in freezer or
because he forgot to call the guy.
Yeah.
Because he's been having this like relationship with a girl he grew up with who he always had a crush on.
Yeah.
And but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think they're good together, but like I kind of do think, and I think also that me thinking this is the perfectionism
mind virus like in your head. Yeah.
The perfectionism mind virus from classical music is like, she keeps calling him and texting him, and I'm like, my guy, he's trying to open a restaurant in like 6 weeks. Also, I know you're dating, but like, you know, but the thing about that is Carmy doesn't communicate.
That's the main problem, is like he's
most likely had he said, hey, I'm sorry, I can't answer the phone right now, I'm doing work, she probably would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and it's really hard to fault him though, because it seems, because anytime those two are on screen, Carmy seems like actually happy and genuinely like enjoying life, which is crazy. Because every other time he's this sad-looking motherfucker, like, and he, like, God, it's so heartbreaking at the end where he's like, I don't need happiness, or like he doesn't need fun or amusement.
Yeah, where he's kind of victimizing himself.
I don't need it, and I don't want to give fun and amusement. I just want to cook. Yeah, and that is, and that also, I think I want to tie that in with the fishes episode, which is the Christmas episode, because that is real quick before we do that, I want to praise again sound mixing in this show. I want to praise every needle drop, every piece of music that's used in the show. This has one of the best soundtracks ever. It has fucking Pearl Jam and Crowding Crows and Taylor Swift. It's great. And I want to say that now because in the fishes episode, it is an assault on the ears.
Fucking really is.
It is. And I was reading something too. Apparently that episode was super hard to write for because of how many like dual dialogue you have to write. For those of you at home in screenwriting, if you want to write two people saying the same thing at the same time, you have to like separate everything in half pretty much to where it's like ba 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 ba.
Dude, the first time I ever did a scene with anyone in theater class in high school, it was that.
Awful. Why is that your first one?
No, I was just given this random, it was like everyone pick a scene and I picked one and my partner refused to learn her lines. So I was sitting there like talking and then she would wait for me to talk and I'd be like, fuck, like as we're performing. And then I don't remember it because we had to memorize it too.
Yeah, and then it's hard to do that when you have to do it with,
severely difficult,
But it's Christmas time in the Burzado household. Yeah. And everyone's there and there's a bunch of, also every guest star in there was so good. It had fucking Bob Odenkirk, Sarah,
fucking
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney was there. Fucking who else? Well, Jillian Jacobson.
So many.
Yeah, it's star-studded.
Star-studded, yeah. And like, basically, and like, they're just watching this dysfunctional family, like, have a too real family gathering.
Entirely too real.
It's, the fucking mom character by Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah.
Yeah, and like, how she is like laboring away in the stove and everyone's offering to help and she refuses. She's
super messy. I don't know. That was definitely my kitchen and it's my kitchen right now. That is how I do everything. It's just extremely messy, not cleaning up. We'll clean it up all at the end. And, you know, I don't give a shit, blah, blah, blah. We're not cleaning as we cook. And it's like, you know, the fucking egg timer is getting marinara sauce all over it. There's 17
different egg timers, all of them like for different things, and it's hard to keep track of.
And you know, you're dropping shit on the ground, pick it back up, and then somehow the meal is beautiful and wonderful.
Yeah, and like, you know, like, and I don't even want to say doesn't ask for help, does ask for help, and immediately forgets that it happens because like there's a point where like Carmy's asked for like the saltine crackers.
Yeah, and then he's the only one really that's allowed to help.
Yeah, and then like, and she is just breaking down, and she's just like, "I'm gonna go get the fucking gun and shoot myself." Because
she tells that to Natalie, her daughter, who keeps asking her if she's okay because she's been drinking, and she it's assumed that she has a problem with alcohol.
Yeah,
and she keeps screaming that no one will help her, but she's doing that shit, and then, Natalie's like, can I help? She says no, because the reason she's called Sugar is she put in a cup of sugar instead of a cup of salt or something.
One time, and that's the rest of her life. Yeah.
And now she's not allowed. And so this perfectionism you kind of see has been instilled in everyone from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's a beautiful episode.
It's such a beautiful episode.
If you're someone, and I really, honestly, the next time I talk about my family and how fucked up it is,
watch that episode.
You'll get it.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. And I definitely don't
wait, but when I say like, oh yeah, I'm no contact with my family, I'm no contact with my parents. Well, one parent, the other one's fucking dead, so I guess that's no contact. But yeah, like fucking when I say that, it's like, oh yeah, sometimes someone will be like, yeah, I was no contact with my mom, and then we made up. And I'm like, okay, that's valid. That is valid as fuck. Not what's going on
here. Yeah.
Over here. This shit is till one of us dies, man.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
This is, yeah. If you want to know fucking why, go watch that episode.
Yeah, and it's really, it is such a, I definitely understand the chaos of and I definitely never had anything nearly as bad as what you went through, but I could definitely relate to the idea of a chaotic family gathering, and
I feel like a lot of dysfunctional families would be able to find something in that episode.
Yeah, just something a little bit, and I definitely I'm stating for the record,
not saying that Josh's family is a dysfunctional family
that at all. No, but no, literally though, I'll publicly state, I think my family has had a bad relationship with alcohol, and the seeing the sister and Sugar, I'm gonna try to actually keep names, I don't want to just say the sister.
She's the only sister though.
Yeah, true. But Sugar and Carmi trying to pour as much of the alcohol out as possible. Yeah,
they're trying to mitigate her and trying to make sure that she doesn't drink too much because she can't handle herself.
Yeah, and I've never done that.
I don't know, I'm sorry I said that.
No, I get what you mean.
She can't not drink, basically.
Yeah, trying to mitigate drinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never done that, but fuck, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I'm very
You did tell me you had that feeling.
I wish I could just pour all this alcohol out. Yeah. And I don't get that as much anymore because I don't think they drink as much anymore.
Yeah, I think they're trying to move away from it.
And they're doing well. They're doing great on that. But if, things get a little out of hand, sometimes I am thinking, why is everyone drinking right now? Why is everyone,
Yeah.
Because I totally understand that. I think it was rough growing up in that environment. And I think it's very the idea of I think my family, one last thing that I can kind of relate to is the idea of no one's asking for help, but everyone needs help.
Dude, for sure.
And I just wish they would be open about wanting help, or else one of them's going to drive the fucking car through the goddamn house.
Which is what happens at the end.
And it's
season 2, episode 6.
The two shots of Carmi just disassociating.
Yeah, into the cannolis.
Into the fucking cannolis.
And you can tell. And then Sugar looking into the camera and kind of going
Jack Nicholson in the fucking Shining. Just
no, she's not doing the cubic
share. No, but the zoom in, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the zoom in makes sense. But she kind of looks more demure, oh, poor mom.
Yeah.
She's just, she's parentified in that she has to take care of her mom. You know?
And, and it's, God, just so much trauma in that thing. And we haven't even talked about Mikey, the brother
that was so heartbreaking because it shows that Mikey he was kind of an asshole, but
he was pushed into being an asshole.
Yeah.
I want to talk, because Bob Odenkirk is the uncle.
Can I talk about the mom real quick?
Yes, yeah, you can.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But
there's a lot to talk about. I get it.
Yeah, the mom character, when Carmi goes up to her and she won't come to dinner. So the dinner's all been plated and everyone's sitting there waiting, and they're waiting for her to come to dinner so they can start eating and say grace and have a nice, happy family dinner.
Yeah.
And she won't come out of the kitchen. So Carmi goes up to her and is like, hey, what's going on? Are you, what's
not
happening?
saying are you okay?
Not saying are you okay, because she will freak out. I wonder actually if he does say, "Are you okay?" and she's cool with it.
That might have happened.
I don't
Because I know
remember.
that, like, "Are you okay?" was said a lot of times.
Because Sugar keeps asking her if she's okay, and she keeps saying like, "Shut the fuck up. If
Yeah.
you want to make this dinner because you think you can do it better than me." Like, there's a whole competition side also with Sugar and her mom, which is so interesting and so real.
Yeah.
But Carmi goes up to her and says like, "What's going on?" Blah blah blah, and she said, "Oh, I don't, I hate that. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve." She does this whole victim shit, and Carmi's like, "Well, it's okay. I'll stay here next to you," which is so, oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know even how to explain it, but if you've had a parent like that where you have to like mitigate their emotions
And just saying like, "I'm here."
feel it in the pit of your fucking stomach because the answer, even though they're telling you to leave, is not to leave. And so she's like, "I don't, blah blah blah," and he's like, why are you upset? Like, why are you so upset?" And she goes, "They're ungrateful." And he's like, "How are they ungrateful?" And she says, "I make things beautiful for them, and they don't make anything beautiful for me."
Jesus.
And that blew my fucking mind because I've literally heard that. Some form of that. There were so many conversations that I'm like, did my brother write this? Like, did someone in my family become a film TV writer?
Actually, Chris Storer actually had a bug in your house and
Like,
just
what the
saved it for a few years.
I
Yeah.
was literally like, are you kidding me, dude? There was a fucking argument about throwing forks, and I wish I could just text my brothers. I wish I could. Go watch it. Mother, if you've somehow made a new Google account to stalk me, go watch that episode of The Bear and tell everyone else to watch it too, because I think it would really piss you off.
Yeah.
But like, she's saying that shit, and I've heard, oh my god, I've literally heard that as a teen.
God, man.
Like, I do things for you, but you never do anything for me. You never do anything for me.
Yeah.
And it's just so sincerely not true and shows that she's the ungrateful one.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But it's also, there's a child like, I need to be cared for.
Yeah.
In that mentality as well.
Really, God.
So you can see the like despair and the mental illness or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not going to diagnose these characters. But like, whatever is going on in her brain that's causing this shit to happen. And then you can see the effects on Carmi, on Michael, on Sugar, on everyone else who are just like regular ass people that also have their own issues with their own parents, and they just kind of like being here because it's a family.
Yeah.
And why not? And fucking Bob Odenkirk being the classic enabler.
Yeah, I want to. Bob Odenkirk's character is a little too close to home for me specifically because he starts off okay in the beginning. I think everyone starts off okay in the beginning, but there's the seeds. That's
also like the visual rhythm. It does compound and crescendo until
because at some point, like Mikey's telling a story to everyone else, and it's a story that he's told other times, right?
Yeah.
He's told multiple times. And there's one person there that hasn't heard it, and it's I think it's John Mulaney's character. And I will say John Mulaney like kind of is the only one that gets redeemed at the end. I would say, and probably what the his partner, the cousin, Christine, whatever her name is,
Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson, yeah.
I just had a realization though.
Yeah.
I think Richie doesn't. Richie in the first season says a lot of kind of racist shit about Polish people.
Yeah,
and it's like very like what does this guy have a problem with Polish people? And then it's revealed that Bob Odenkirk's character is Polish.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Because Bob Odenkirk was beefing with Michael.
Yeah.
So Richie, in his kind of childlike piece of shit mind, has
become somewhat racist.
Has just been like, Polish people are like this.
I think he's still like that too. To the uncle character, whatever his name is,
Cicero.
Cicero, yeah. He's there's still a little bit of that there, but it's very obvious it's coming from Bob Odenkirk's character.
Yeah.
Because so like Mikey is like trying to do everything he can, like he's kind of trying to still be like the energetic, like kind of thing.
Funny guy.
Yeah, you know, and like he's, you know, he at some point Carmy gives him like the restaurant sketch of like the bear.
And you can see that he gets deeply emotionally upset.
And like,
because what we've learned from season 1 is that Michael and Richie have been dealing drugs and trying to get through the shit, and like, you know, they've been failing at running the business and losing money, and so they've had to take out loans from Cicero.
And all the time too, like Carmy's trying to figure out why won't he let me work in this business, and the answer is because it was failing. It was, you know, he didn't want to
harm Carmy.
Yeah, and it's really, God, it's so sad when Carmy.
He can't tell his brother that he's failing, you know?
Yeah,
he just can't
everyone's
do
looking
that.
for perfectionism.
Yeah.
And like when he passes over the bear, like Michael does start to break down.
And then in the next scene, he's obviously high.
Yeah, and he's relapsed. Publicly, and he's telling the story to everyone. I think John Mulaney's the new one that hasn't heard it yet. And Bob Odenkirk in the room, and this snake motherfucker.
You really, because like we love Bob Odenkirk but
he knows how to nail.
He gets it
because he's fucking Saul Goodman. We all know that.
Yeah, we all know.
He's a slimy little piece of shit.
He could be,
yeah. And he's just like, oh, we've heard this a million times.
His story,
this story that he's saying, and Michael's like, well, I just want to tell it. Let me tell it.
And even one of the people is like, I've never heard it.
John Mulaney's like, I've never fucking heard it.
Yeah.
And then Bob is like, oh, I'll tell it then.
Yeah, and he's just such a dick.
Oh my God, the goosebumps on my body, because I've
resentment.
been in that situation where, you know, like not even like necessarily family, probably a little bit family, but like with other people
around someone that has this weird resentment with someone else, and you don't really know their history, and then they start fighting about it, and you're like,
yeah,
okay,
because Bob Odenkirk thinks Mike's a deadbeat that lives in it with his mom and is taking away. Because I think he's dating the mom, so I think he's like, you know, like doing this stupid fucking white knighting almost. Kind of
a competitive, weird, like there's this kind of, I mean, it is so real, and I feel like it's crazy. I don't think I've seen another TV show do this that well.
And like
the stepdad is beefing with the oldest son.
Yeah, like it's
like, why, dude?
Why? Yeah.
And I remember my dad beefing with my older brother.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was a kid, so I don't really remember what was going on. But I do remember it was like, fucking dad is weird with Chris, man. Like, dad is being strange. Yeah. And I don't really, it was like a flip, like a switch. And he's like, nice. And I don't understand what it was. And, you know, we'll never know.
It's very weird, yeah. And that, like, really, that's like the first time we really see Bob, like, be a piece of shit. Like, outwardly piece of shit. I think there's, like, little moments here and there, you know, where
he makes, like, little comments or whatever.
And he's also, like, doing digs at, Donna as well, which is really shitty in hindsight, because like she's working on this thing, she's working on it, but he's doing nothing to help, you know. And then there's the right before Donna comes in, Michael throws a fork
he throws a fork at Bob Odenkirk's character, and Bob Odenkirk's like, don't, what the fuck, why would you throw a fork at
and so
me?
He throws another
one, and he goes, if you throw another fork, we're gonna go outside and fight.
Yeah, we're gonna go outside and fight, because Bob Odenkirk is talking shit.
Yeah.
And Mikey doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And like Bob Odenkirk is throwing Mikey under the bus. He's calling Cicero a fucking idiot for giving him money.
Yeah.
Richie a failure, you know, and like, you know, all this other shit.
Yeah, he just starts fucking naming names at the dinner table.
And Mikey is like almost broken. Just like his hair is all fucked up and messy because he's like high and he's trying to handle this.
And then Donna comes in.
Before that, can I talk about the funniest, like...
Oh, yeah, where he turns to Fack and he's like, hey, you gonna use that?
You gonna use that fork?
And
we're like, no,
I was like, no, Michael, stop. Michael, stop it.
Stop.
Michael.
And like, oh, God, and that's like the funniest moment in the episode, and then it's like the most serious where it's Sugar being like, Michael, I love you.
Please don't
throw the fork.
And then he doesn't.
He doesn't yet, and then Donna comes in.
He's still got it in his hands. But Donna comes in, and she's like, okay, let's say grace.
And then they make John Mulaney say grace.
And he gives this nice speech where he's like, you know, my family, I don't really get to have a, you know, whatever. So it's he gives this like really nice, like
heartwarming.
I'm extremely grateful, and I like you, and I like coming here, and I like this a lot. And Donna just will not accept that. Even after she's done this whole, like, they're not grateful. And he says that he's grateful.
Yeah, and like
she won't accept
crying, and then, Shug, are you okay?
and she explodes.
And everyone is like, God damn it. And then she explodes.
Yeah.
And like breaks a plate and then runs out.
And then Bob Odenkirk's fucking slimy ass is like,
we all knew that was gonna
happen. And
yeah,
then,
you know what? Throw that third fucking fork, Mikey.
yeah,
Actually,
we were sitting there like,
Michael, come on, Mike. Yeah,
fuck him up.
And oh my god, I didn't know how much I like John Berthenol, but like him, like when Bob Odenkirk stands up, he's pushes
just
out
like,
and he stands up. Yeah,
and he fucking almost
like
flips the table.
Fucking like flips the table almost. Yeah, and it's
beautiful.
Good. It is the fucking best.
That motherfucker hates naps though.
He fucking hates
What's
naps.
up with that?
He also hates tables apparently.
Apparently. And Bob Odenkirk.
And Bob Odenkirk.
He loves forks though.
Loves forks. And this set's getting fucked, yeah. But no, fucking the set's not perfect anymore. We gotta stop the show. But no, it is so, oh my god. I love this show, man. It brings me to tears.
It is fucking fantastic. There's even a moment too where Sarah Paulson's character comes up to Michael and says, "Hey, come live in New York with me.
You need to get out of here.
You need to get out of here." And it made me weep so bad because I was like, no one did that for me.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to see it on TV where you're in this shitty fucking dynamic and you just want out and someone gives you a lifeline.
Yeah.
And it kind of was like looking into the fourth wall and being like, if you relate to this, you just got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I was so like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like,
dog.
I definitely, like I felt that, I think like people have offered helping hand. I've definitely been like, I wish I had some of that, I guess, Well,
I mean, even specifically in like this level of abuse. I'm not saying everyone that with a dysfunctional family should cut off their family.
No, of course not. No.
But like, I'm saying that in this specific amount of abuse and addiction and these toxic behaviors and the way that I'm only using words that I know, so if these are outdated or wrong, tell me. But like, it's just these things where it's like you can't fix these people if they don't want to be fixed. And you can't, they might have reasons for the things that they're doing, but it is harming you, obviously. And so having someone to say, hey, I recognize that you're dealing with this and I'm sorry and I want to help you is so important, And it's just, I think it's fucking great. It's fucking awesome. And I love that exists, And I think also watching this episode as someone who has dealt with like kind of crazy, like one time my brother and my mom fought about record changers. Like my mom thought that since records were coming back that they would make like a record changer,
like a jukebox almost, or like
like in a jukebox how they like automatically change a record.
Yeah.
Like she thought that those would exist for like the household. And Chris, who worked at a high fidelity hi-fi store, was like, that no, because the way the records are coming back, it's more tactile, like people want to flip the records. And then my mom was like, that literally doesn't make sense, because she grew up in an era where people were just listening to records a lot.
Yeah,
But we're not at the hipsters. They're fucking listening to records. They want to feel the record. They want to pull it up.
Fucking feel the wax in their fingers.
And me too. I also am that.
I want to my
So Chris was trying to explain to her that there's no demand for that item, so there would be no supply. And my mom took that as like a personal insult that she didn't know what she was talking about. And they argued about it until my mother was weeping tears.
Jesus.
And by the end of it, my brother was like saying how he felt like it was easy to manipulate people. Like he just like saying things that, how did we fucking get here? Why is this deep emotional conversation? What's going on? And now we all need to mitigate mom's emotions because she's fucking crying about being wrong about an item that doesn't exist.
Yeah. God.
Yeah,
how do you get there? Yeah, Jesus.
And it's like 11 p.m. on Thanksgiving. And now Thanksgiving sucks.
Yeah, and everyone hates it. Yeah, and it's...
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
And it's just exactly that vibe. And I'm so glad. It made me feel like, thank God I can make my own Thanksgiving. Thank God I'm out of there and I don't do this anymore and I'm not in there and I don't have to go back to it. I feel like 2 years ago, this scene would have fucking broke me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would have been too close to it to realize, to not feel distanced from it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've grown enough to know that this shit is not okay.
Yeah.
And that it affects people's mental health and that I don't have to fucking deal with it. And if I'm in a situation like this, I don't have to let it affect my mental health. It's not something, and it's harder when you're with your family because it's like, that's your mom. She has a special connection to you. She birthed you.
Yeah.
She brought you into this world. You feel a level of responsibility to protect your mother. And like, yeah. But it's fucked up when you look at it from a third perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
It was fantastic.
But yeah, no, I recommend The Bear.
Me too.
Very much. Solved it. That's how we have to transfer everything, right? That's how we go through all the.
I think so. Yeah, that's the ending card.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. No, I'm joking.
Bye.
Okay. Real
Reddit,
quick,
man.
Before we talk about and finish this, the thing, Reddit.
Oh, so my segment is just a bookend to your segment?
No, I'm sorry. No, it's not that. Okay. So Reddit. Real quick.
Do y'all like it still?
Let us know in the comments down below, please.
For some reason on my TikTok, I keep getting people that are like, all these Reddit stories are fake and it's all rage bait. Every single one. No one writes like that. And yeah, I think a lot of them are fake for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're telling me someone would go on the internet, tell lies? For sure. Yeah. Oh no.
Shock emoji.
Like, I get it. Yeah. I get being upset about it. I thought we were just reading stories and having fun.
That's what I thought too.
That's what I thought.
I mean, yeah, I can't believe we watched The Bear and talked about a fictional show for an hour or so.
Well, but that's the thing. I guess people are taking them seriously on TikTok. Like, they think, oh, we have to find this person or something.
Which is crazy. Don't do that. Don't find people on the internet. What?
But I'm just like, it's wild to me because I keep seeing people that are like, okay, no, I hate Am I the Asshole posts. I've seen multiple videos of people being like, am I the asshole, blah, 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 and they're making fun of it. And I'm like, that's fine. It's funny to make fun of it. It is something definitely to make fun of.
It is funny to make fun of a website that everyone uses and will not admit using.
That's the thing. Like, we talk about sometimes feeling like we don't get, like, respect. And I feel like that's mostly from people in our lives because they don't understand what we do.
Yeah.
And that's also fine because podcast. Is that a connotation or a denotation? You know what I mean?
I think, the podcasting, I don't want to say we don't. I think we've had this issue recently, and I want to bring this up real quick, where it's like we've talked about like we're being bottom of the barrel content. I don't think we're bottom of the barrel content.
I think you can't make content and call yourself. I've completely flipped.
Yeah.
Me saying we're bottom of the barrel content is me having insecurities because of these things that I see, and I'm worried about people saying like, oh, this is a grift.
Yeah,
this is a whatever, we're grifting, or are we actually harming people? And I don't want to harm anyone.
People. I think there is. It's hard for me. I do have genuine critiques of other podcasts, Reddit podcasts.
So can I? Can I set it up?
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's. The one that I saw today was like basically talking about rage bait content on TikTok, right? And the rage bait, basically they were saying like all of these things where someone is sitting there and talking to your camera and being obviously wrong, it's fake. It's all fake. It's a sketch. It's a skit. It's someone making shit up so they get money. And right, I understand that. Genuinely, we don't write the Reddit stories that we read. We just find them and read them. And if the person faked them, then it's a fake story, but we can't tell. We try to not do the obviously fake ones.
Yeah, I definitely,
But in the comments, there were people being like, and every Am I the Asshole story. And the creator liked it and would go into it with them about how it's all fake, blah, blah, blah. I don't really understand why someone would be upset about that.
I also...
I just don't get it. I don't know.
You know, it actually kind of makes me feel, and this might be weird to bring up right now, it kind of makes me feel like the... Because, okay, inside baseball real quick.
Is it inside the baseball industry? Or inside of a literal baseball?
Inside baseball real quick. So basically, I know what y'all motherfuckers are commenting, all right? I can tell, and it's a wide range of people, and I don't think anyone like comments necessarily bad things, right? I'm talking about TikTok right now as well. I don't want to talk in
bad
generalizations.
Things ever? I'm pretty sure a lot of people
they do.
comment
but
bad
like,
things.
okay, like I
about us or what? Explain.
No, okay, like okay. When I go into the TikTok comments, because I'll sometimes go into our TikTok comments.
Okay, there you go.
The range of people varies wildly is what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
It seems like if I were to make a control group of all the people in our TikTok comments, it would seem like a normal base of like everyday people that just want to have entertainment.
Mostly women, yeah.
Mostly women, but they're mostly people that want to just have entertainment, you know?
Also, yeah, queer people.
And queer people, stuff like that. Fuck, what was my point? Sorry.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I think it's very... I have problems with when people talk about specifically Reddit podcasting or Reddit reading, right? And saying that it's like a low level, like it's the bottom of the barrel, low form, because I know...
You're watching it.
I know people are watching it, and I know people enjoy it, and I know people go on Reddit.
Yes.
That's the problem. It's like this weird fake hipstery, I guess. Like,
I don't know. I understand a trend happening and then being like seeing too much of it and then getting like, well, I don't want to see this trend anymore, so I'm gonna block everyone that does Am I the Asshole Reddit shit. Because how many fucking people have we seen since we started doing it do Reddit stuff?
Yeah.
Lots of people. But that's the other thing that I don't get. It's if you think that everything is fake and you think it's all rage bait and that upsets you, why are this many people watching it?
Yeah, just to
But
hate
also,
on it.
I think that's kind of a false dichotomy because I don't think the people that think that are actually watching. I think the people that are watching are people that maybe do fall for rage bait content. Or, you know, the people they like Reddit stories. That's it.
And I think there is an issue, genuine issue of like, especially on TikTok, whereas people are just straight up lying to get views.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that shit.
For sure. 100%. And I think that's the real problem that you should be having is that TikTok is a platform that incentivizes people to lie, people to do rage bait. We try not to do rage bait. We try to remove ourselves from the system as much as possible while still being in it.
Yeah, we're not like picking Reddit stories and being like, oh, this one's going to get clicks.
Which is a problem.
I will
say, like, you know, like I can definitely understand, like, if you want to make like an AI robot that reads Reddit stories, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the top stories on Am I the Asshole?
Or Am I the Devil? Or
Am I the Devil? Yeah, and that's, you know, I still have trouble not going to Am I the Devil because I think there are good stories in there, but I also don't pick the first one I see because that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's wild to me to be like, I think, I don't know if there's just like a lack of care when people pick stories sometimes.
I want to stop speaking declaratively.
Yeah.
I guess and I was going to mention this on the podcast anyway. I feel like on TikTok, what I see on my feed right now that I'm getting tired of are people looking into the camera and going, this is what this is. And I'm like, it's not though. I feel I have a different opinion. And what you're talking about is an opinion. This opinion is factually correct. And those are not the exact words, obviously, but you know, me watching them, I'm like, okay, but then if someone has a different opinion, you're not really allowing them any space for that opinion. You're just kind of telling them that their shit is wrong because yours is right. And then we're just starting this big conversation of this is what's happening. And then someone else goes, well, that's not how I see my reality. And then, you know, then they go the complete opposite way. And they're like, well, but then if A is correct, then B is for sure correct, so A must be wrong. And then A is like, well, no, because B is bullshit, so A is fucking right. And it's like, I am tired of those conversations a lot.
There's a weird toxicity growing right now. And also, like, I do agree that, like, a lot of people are saying opinions as facts, which is fucking crazy to me. Like, well, I mean, I think even in this conversation, I want to not dunk on Reddit people. And I also don't want to dunk on people who don't like Reddit stuff. I think there's a valid reason to not like it. I don't think you even need a criticism to dislike the content that we make or that anyone else makes. Yeah. You can just dislike it and that's fine. Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. Yes.
I'm just bringing this up because I'm worried that is it harmful? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Are we doing something that's harmful? Because if we are, please tell us and we'll stop.
Yeah.
Fucking, I didn't want to do this. We did it one time because I do like reading Reddit stories. I'll be cringe and vulnerable for a second. I like reading them. I read them when I was 12. And
you also like reading books, nerd?
Yes, and most of our audience, I think, does. Fucking, yeah, I think we just found an audience that likes to read.
Yeah, and hear stories.
And I think they like gossip and drama, and most people do. And I don't know. I don't really go into each story thinking that everything that they say is real for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't try to portray us as that. I do understand if you're upset about it.
I'm going to stay for the record right now. I have one story that could very easily potentially be fake, and I can tell that because of the ages that are put.
Oh, yeah.
And it's relating to alcohol. So, like, it's someone probably underage, but if they're in America, but whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, I get the idea. I don't ever want to be like, and this is a critique I can have sometimes of like other shows and like other TikTok accounts that like will put in like, this is 100% true. This totally happened.
Yeah, for real.
And I think that is harming. I think that harms the space. I think there's a lot of people, not necessarily Reddit podcasts in particular, but I think there's a lot of people poisoning the well of like, there is a weird snootiness sometimes, I think, when people talk about the content they like and they don't like.
Yeah.
And I think it's getting worse in some regards. I think there is content that should be critiqued. All content should be critiqued.
I think, everything can have a critique.
I think there's
everyone else can.
Yeah. And I can have critiques of other content. Art is supposed to be, and I'm not going to say that we do like high art. I think there is an
I don't think so at all.
I think, but like, you know, there is like, this is a production almost, you know, like this is like, we put time and effort and care and passion and love into the show. And like, you know, I think the one thing that really protects you and me in particular, because we're 900 IQ podcasters, we didn't start doing Reddit.
No.
We did podcasting for like a year or two before we did Reddit.
Yeah.
And then Reddit was the thing that blew us up, so we kept doing it, and now we're here.
Yeah, and that's what the people I've seen supposedly want.
And of course, I go on TikTok, and like if a TikTok hits over 100,000 views, I'm like, okay, people still want this.
Right.
Great. But like it, you know, like I think what helped us out is that we don't just do Reddit. We definitely just do. And I probably said this on a podcast recently, maybe before we went on this long break, but like we very like we do other stuff. We just talked about the bear for like an hour.
Yeah, true.
You know, we do the fan fiction, which is also story time reading, you know, because I think story times are still a popular and interesting thing to hear. People like hearing stories.
But I think also like with a Reddit story, I feel like we use it as a way to introduce a topic and then we talk about that topic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think, and that is a critique I have of some other shows. I think that mostly AI. I think the AI ones are the ones that I hate the most, where they just read the story and then cut it off. But like, you know, like, and there's not even like another show to go to, like, because technically we only read the story. We are also like, I do like that we interrupt each other a lot because I think that allows a conversation to be had. Yeah.
And also every time that I've been like, can I finish? I'm not trying to be rude. I know that my thought is going to leave.
No,
and I want to finish it.
Yeah.
Just saying for everyone and be like, oh, Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah.
Sarah's being rude as shit to Josh.
No, it's fine. But but like I think what we do is very much, we are, because I think what the real issue I think some people have with Reddit is transformative Reddit reading, right? And
that's so stupid.
Sarah, you got to walk with me on this. All right,
sorry,
Sarah.
I struggle with taking ourselves seriously like a lot, and I can't really.
Sarah,
be like,
we got to take ourselves like a little bit seriously right now. And
oh
it sucks.
My god, it's so cringe though.
Sarah, babe, I hate this
cringe,
too. Okay,
man.
yeah, it's cringe. Embrace it.
Can't
Embrace
do
the fucking cringe. Okay. Embrace it.
I was born a hater. I can't be cringe.
I'm sorry, Sarah. We're fucking cringe.
I know. I know it deep in my heart.
Like, I mean, fucking.
That's why I was a hater in the first place.
Listen, Sarah, real quick.
Transformative Reddit readers, dude.
You know what? Chad face, yes, actually.
Really?
Yes, I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
If I have to coin that fucking term, I'll bite the bullet.
Coin it, man.
All right, transformative Reddit reading. All right.
Fuck it all.
If that's the way I have to explain my job to people, sure. Yeah, fine.
Transformative. Oh my god. Okay,
well,
yeah.
But okay,
yeah.
like okay,
right.
okay. All right,
All
okay.
right, yeah, okay.
Thought experiment, real quick. Sniper Wolf versus us.
What do you mean?
Sniper. Okay, listen. What's
are we just gonna fuck it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What's worse? Sniper Wolf watching TikTok saying 2 sentences.
I don't want to compare and contrast.
We have to, man. We don't.
I don't want to do it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I just want to focus on us and our content.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's why I'm talking about it, because people are saying, oh, this specific type of content is harmful, and I'm like, I want to understand why. Because I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't want to go down the "are we better than someone else" road, because I don't think it's really productive at all.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
We shouldn't. Yeah, I don't need to. We don't need to kick someone down.
No.
All right, fine.
Cyril fucking sucks ass though. She's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Who committed a crime against Jack's Films, and fuck her.
Yeah,
I hate her so much.
That is fair.
She also stole that girl's life.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Jesus.
Which is crazy.
Wild.
She's not a girl's girl for sure.
No. So like but like that's the thing, like I mean we say it all the time, the bar is on the floor, like in hell, you know? The bar is like, are we trying to be above the bar, you know? Like
I hate this whole conversation, honestly. I think like if I like making the content, I like making the content, and if the people like it, then they like it. If it's fucked up what I'm doing, I want you guys to tell me to stop. I assume the people in our comments are going to be like, no, don't stop, no, which I get it because you're biased because you followed us for Reddit. But like, you know, let's all think about this. Are the people on TikTok watching us reading Reddit stories, believing it, and, you know, going about their lives and talking about it? Are they hurt by the shit that we do if the story is fake and it was all something that doesn't exist? My thing is, you can't tell on the internet if anything is fake, even especially with AI now.
That is the problem.
Ben Shapiro fucking rapped, and I thought that shit was AI, and it was real.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, yeah, we're not even talking about that.
He was that bad at rapping.
He's just the worst, the most stoic fucking.
The man, like, I would have never thought that he would sound like a fucking
robot.
Like, he's not a robot, and he always sounds like one, even when he's rapping.
That's he's
crazy.
To have a flow, quote unquote. Yeah,
I'm bad at fucking figuring this shit out, and I don't know if that's just like a me failure or if it's a failure of the content or the way that we're set up. I am not expecting respect at all because you say the words podcast.
No, people's eyes glaze
Reddit,
over.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
It's fucking content creator. I hate it.
But doesn't that suck though? Doesn't that suck that we hate it?
I'm not saying I hate it. I'm saying that the general people do feel that way.
Because it's I mean, to me the problem is it feels so hypocritical because like everyone,
you watch it.
People love podcasts. People go on Reddit. People love content creators.
Well, I mean, it might just be fucking life though. Like fucking Let's Plays, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess
a Let's Play. Yeah, 10 years ago, people said that shit, and it was like, I like watching Let's Plays.
Why? I guess, yeah. You know, maybe it is just
you're a YouTuber.
But don't get me wrong, people are still iffy on YouTuber because they don't want to lump themselves in.
And that's also
Logan
another
Paul.
one that we are. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. But like, yeah, I guess like
we're not a scholar. We're not a doctor. We're not a therapist. We're not anyone that gets any sort of form of respect.
Yeah.
And I think the general idea is that these don't require work and these do, because these have degrees, these don't. And yeah, I do disagree with that mentality, but like I just am like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I will continue to be cringe. I will do this forever until the day I die. But when people are saying this is harmful, that's when I'm like, okay, I actually don't want to be harmful.
Can I ask you then, because we're talking about generalizations, do you think they're talking in generalizations when they're saying Reddit content is harmful? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they mean like all Reddit content.
Yeah, and to me, that's I mean, because it's a generalization, it's wild to me. And I do agree that I think, and this is a problem I think I can also have, is I sometimes speak in generalizations. I try not to.
I do a lot.
But I think we should try and say, because
all
also
the time.
The real problem, like, I think is like, Can
you laugh at my joke? I speak in generalizations.
Sorry, wait, hold on.
I speak in generalizations all the time.
Jeb. So
please clap.
Please fucking clap. No, fucking like the problem, I guess, like fuck, I lost my train of thought now.
Yeah,
God
fuck you.
damn it, you piece of shit. I mean, okay, like I think there is a problem with people stating opinions as facts.
Yes.
And this is an opinion show. This is not a factual show, you know?
No, and I think it's funny, too, because we'll see people in the comments be like, this take is wrong. And the take is my opinion, my guy.
Yeah, and
You're
I'm
not
just
gonna
like,
say that my opinion is wrong.
Yeah,
dude.
and like this whole take culture thing, I'm starting to get annoyed by too.
Me too.
I'm just like, come
I'm just
on.
a silly little guy, and I'm trying to make.
I just want to make jokes.
Yeah,
yeah, and the way I make jokes is through the vessel of Reddit, I guess. You know?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you think it's cringe. But I mean, like, it's not people saying like this is brain rot, this is cringe, Reddit is cringe. I would get that. That would make sense.
Yeah.
People have been saying that since Reddit fucking started. The whole neck beard
Milady,
fedora wearing milady guy, which were real, which
were real
and exist.
Yes,
but I understand that. I feel like Reddit is a website though that people go and they are on it and they look at it and they read it. I was a person that read all this shit because I wanted to know how like fucking. You know, I think when I started, I was like, how do normal people work? How do people not from insane family dynamics
work and operate? Yeah.
And I got some like good advice from it. Like, yeah, no, people screaming at you to get you to do something is wrong. And that's shit that, like, yeah, I live my life by now. I shouldn't have to fucking deal with that.
And that's a really interesting thing, because I definitely know plenty of people who will openly say Reddit's a cringe website in one breath.
Yeah.
Very next breath will be like, well, I mean, unless you want to learn about like computer parts, in which case Reddit. Like,
there you go.
And like, it's like, okay, you can't have both.
I think
you can't have both. I'm sorry.
At one point, it was a valuable resource for information. I think it still is sometimes.
Yes, I agree as well.
But I think like every other website right now, it's being watered down.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, yeah, Reddit has genuine problems.
Yes.
It had the Donald on for way too long. It had, you know, the fat people hate, you know, it had like, it's
the
had,
racist
like,
ones we can't even say.
Yeah, like it's there's genuine critiques of fucking Reddit that I will say not a fan of, right?
Yeah,
fucking base level.
I mean,
right?
we started this to be the anti-Reddit reading podcast.
Yes, which is also why I think we're also we're ahead of the game. Like, there is a level of like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
because there's some stupid, but I love it. Whatever.
I'm just not gonna think that I'm better than anyone else, unless it's Glee. Unless it's that one person saying that it was Glee. Which I love you, person. I know you commented. I made that Glee comment. God bless you. I love you.
Yeah.
But that was because that's genuinely the first time I've ever been like, yeah, I'm better than Glee.
Yeah, you know, there's a few things I can be like, yeah, suck it, Darren Chris.
Yeah, you know, apparently he does like it's a really fun another thing that's fake on TikTok.
Yeah,
he does. Influencers have been doing this like hanging out with each other and singing in like our kitchen or whatever.
Oh, really?
And so he did something, but they obviously like edit the audio and like auto tune it. So people have been making fun of it. I think Darren Criss did one or something.
Okay, nice. Hell
I
yeah.
don't know, but it's funny as fuck.
It's kind of hard, and the real problem I think I have with this job, and it goes back to the poisoning the well, is that there's like a handful of really bad actors.
Yes.
We were watching a video by Adam something, whatever you're the person that was part of the Colleen Ballinger thing that you've been watching.
Adam McIntyre, yeah.
Adam McIntyre, and they said something of like they made a generalization of like every influencer is trying to sell you something. To an extent, I agree with it.
I do kind of agree.
Think it is definitely a sliding scale, and I think everyone thinks in extremes. I think everyone thinks in the like, yeah, I know Logan Paul has fucking Prime or whatever the fuck, and like he does 20 minutes of ads in a 21-minute video.
Yeah.
And I think those aren't like necessarily outliers, and that is a problem. And I think something about us is that we are very much outliers in like, we don't really take sponsorships.
No.
We've declined sponsorships.
We're not a part of a network.
We get messages now, and I'm going to say this now so I can stop getting these fucking emails in my inbox. I don't want your marketers to come in.
God.
And I get also, first of all, get our fucking name right.
We got an email where they were like, I love your podcast. A podcast will save this.
And it's going off of like the Instagram for sure, because that's the Instagram handle, but not the full name.
And also our Gmail handle.
And our Gmail.
So
there was someone that called us Lee.
Who the fuck is Lee?
I don't fucking know. Apparently they're on this show though, because like, hey Lee, I love a podcast will save this relationship.
Who the fuck is Lee?
Yeah, who the fuck is Lee? I put that in spam immediately because I'm like, get at least one of the names of the hosts in, you know?
Yeah, there are only two people here. I think we had an intern at one point in time, and her name was not Lee.
It was not Lee, no.
So I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah,
and like we had another one. We've had two different times. We've had people like, hey, we got a marketer, we got a book author here.
Yeah, they always have a book.
Listen.
I gotta write a book, man.
Listen, everyone
and their mama is fucking
everyone's
wrote a
writing
book.
a fucking book.
I'm
not having you on the show if you decided how to get your 401k up 5,000%.
There was this dude he had written a book about relationships and like, you know, how men work. And it was like a book for women on how men work. But I read a little bit of it because I was like, I mean, maybe, I guess it's kind of similar because we talk about relationships and we talk about life.
I'm not against the idea of having people on the show. We've had people one person on the show before.
I read a little bit of his book and it was the beginning of the chapters were all like, all right, ladies, let's talk about men. And a dude had written it. And then at the end of the chapter, he was like, all right, here's what you should have learned. And it was like, bullet pointing all of the things that he talked about in the previous chapter, like a textbook for a middle schooler. Yeah, and I was like, I'm not having this guy on.
I respect my audience.
I don't like this product.
Yeah, it's not a good product. I'm not going to sell it.
And then I found out the book was written in like 2007. This guy's been trying to market this fucking book for like
get out of here
decades now.
I don't know. Listen, we'll have guests on. It's not going to be marketers.
No.
I would, listen, hey, Tessa Violet, contact us.
I fucking love Tessa Violet, dude.
Other people we're friends with on TikTok. Howdy, y'all. Contact us.
If you still like us. I know sometimes people follow us.
Sometimes people follow us and then
they post the anti-Reddit shit and then we're like, oh, you're following us though.
Let's not talk about that because that's, I don't want to talk about ableism right now.
Very, very true.
But
someone made fun of our stutter, and I don't know if it's exactly us. They were saying like all Reddit podcasts or whatever.
They talked in generalizations.
They were making fun of people that
read Reddit stories,
and they stutter, and part of it
they can't even read the fucking post.
Yeah,
it was a shitty TikTok.
And I don't know many other Reddit readers that do stutter. I know we keep our stuttering in there. Maybe newer ones, I don't know, and maybe that was more about that. But then we found out that she followed us, and we were like, "Why are you watching?
Why are you following us?" Yeah.
Why are you watching then?
Yeah, don't follow us. Just fucking block us.
Damn.
Please just block us. That's it.
Just if you don't like it, just block. If that's what it is, if that's the vibe, that people are just being shitty to be shitty and shitting on something, cool. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
We'll move on and we'll do it. But when it's, I don't know. I don't understand how it could be harmful, but I'm way open to people saying that
exactly.
it could be.
I think there's plenty of critiques.
Yeah.
I have plenty of critiques.
There's a discussion to be had for sure about rage bait and about how I don't want to put rage bait on the internet. I don't want to the shit that we put on TikTok. I'm not trying to be like, oh, this man
I'm just
sucks.
trying to have a laugh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we're just trying to laugh and talk about funny shit.
I got a story about Freddy fucking Fazbear in my
You
mix.
do?
Yeah, you're fucking goddamn right. I
I'm
saw that
fucking
shit.
excited.
Yeah, you don't think I'm not leading with the Freddy Fazbear TikTok?
Freddy FiveBears?
Freddy FiveBears? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, I don't, like, I just want to have fun.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think that's what I want to go forward and do. It's like and I think that's also why we don't do as much listener story. We don't do any listener stories
Because I'm also super worried about like that shit getting stolen and like someone's story just being amplified a million times more than they thought it would.
Yeah, and we've had that issue before where people are like, "Can you take this down? I'm in an unsafe environment," and then we're like, "Okay,
we'll do it." Yeah,
and then we had to put a thing in there that's like, "Don't send this in if you don't want it to go on TikTok."
And like
you don't
at
want
that
it to
point,
be...
I should have just been like, "Yeah, we should just stop it anyway."
Well, yeah, because it's like I don't want people, and you don't want your own story to get amplified, and then people in your life are like, "Oh fuck, I found this story," and then you have real life consequences because we're idiots and we read your story.
And that's the thing too I feel about Reddit that is a little bit better is that we get to a story way after the fact.
Yes.
And like usually on Reddit too, there's a little bit more like if it's a listener story, there's one big problem is that if you have any friends or anyone that you know that also listens to the podcast,
yeah,
there is a chance
they're
gonna listen and they'll know and they can put two and two together.
And it's us saving our own ass is what it is.
Yeah,
because I just don't want that shit to happen. And then also if it gets stolen and someone blows it up,
they're profiting off of your story.
We don't have. I mean, the way the TikTok is setting it up, they don't give a shit about people stealing other people's fucking content. So we
can't take it down, and we can't.
We have tried many times to take it down, and they refuse.
It doesn't work.
One time I fucking reported like 5 videos from the same guy all at the same time saying that this was impersonating me. It's a copyright, whatever. We did the whole fucking form, and then of course we do the whole rigmarole, and then it came back denied. And I don't have the ability to sit here and do that for every single person that steals our videos. You guys just have to block them when you see them.
Yeah.
And I appreciate people adding us.
Yeah, and letting us know. I think that's great,
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's just like
even us going and blocking each individual account. There are so many accounts now
that we can't keep track of it, and it's moot because like they'll just unsign out, download it anyway, and fucking
or now they've gone to the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, they've gone to the podcast. They'll flip the entire video so that way you're where I'm at and I'm where you're at, and like it's sad.
It's sad and it sucks ass.
And that's why I'm not gonna put you guys in any more harm than needed.
We don't have control over the content that we make once it goes on the internet.
Yeah,
and if people are expecting that, you're giving us your story so that we use it, and
specifically for us to use it. If our content's getting stolen, people are taking advantage of.
You don't consent to that, and there's no way for us to stop that from happening. So we're not doing that. Unfortunately, I feel like we could do it in like Patreon, maybe.
Like in a controlled environment where it's less likely to get out, but
then we have to build the infrastructure for that.
Yeah,
and figure out what the system would be for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just it's a mess and a half. But I guess I'm just like I can't understand if we post something on the internet and it's it's like a false story about something shitty, and we make a judgment call based on this false story, and then people see it. Kids maybe see it. I don't think we have a lot of kid audience.
I don't think so either. No.
I'm very happy because I don't want to make content for kids.
I've gone on a pretty hard anti-kid stance where I've said...
I'm not anti-kid. I don't want to make kid content.
Yeah, no, me neither.
That's just not who I am.
Yeah, at this current moment in time, yeah.
Like, I'm not Bob Saget where I can be like a piece of shit
and then still go and do Full House. Yeah.
I can't do America's Funniest Home Videos and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person. But I guess, I don't know. I think I can understand how it might be harmful if someone could see that and then base their whole worldview based on something that we said. I feel like that's being parasocial, though.
It's a little bit being parasocial. I think there are...
I don't know how to control that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just saying shit, and then people are taking it like fact.
Yeah, and like, I think there is... I mean, the reason why I try to give out good advice is because I'm well aware there's plenty of people watching it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 1 million. I don't care if it's 1,000. I don't care if it's 1.
Yeah.
I want to hurt the least amount of people as possible.
Yes.
And I think we do try to do that. I think we try to be very empathetic. I think we do have a laser focus on who we do decide to, mock or talk about,
Yeah.
Sometimes we're wrong. I think that's, I think
sure.
we're okay to fuck up.
Or sometimes
I'm not
you
get
might disagree with us.
Yeah, I think
and that's fine too. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with disagreements. I'm not okay with the parasocial behavior of
this is for real, and now I'm gonna live my life by that.
Yeah.
No.
I can't believe you said that because now I'm gonna live my life like this, fucking.
Because you're normalizing this, and I'm like, I'm just talking. I feel like I'm just talking. Like we got a microphone in 2019, and we talked into it, and then
people liked what we had to say.
Now all of a sudden it's and I get it. I understand that it comes with getting big, you know, and I understand that too. I'm just like, I just want to have fun, man.
Yeah.
And also, if we post like parts of the podcast that aren't Reddit stories on TikTok, I really wonder if it's going to get views. I really
it
do
might
wonder.
be worth experimenting.
I am down to try.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I do want to do a temperature check in the YouTube comments, like, are you done? Are you like done with the Reddit stuff? Are you like, let's move on to something else? We could we could make up a segment.
Yeah.
We could do something where we just do like, do you like the media analysis stuff? Like the bear and us talking about it? Because we could totally do that.
Yeah.
I feel that's what we mostly did.
Host of Game Theory?
We could totally do that. No, we're not. Oh, I was going to start out with me saying we're not quitting YouTube.
We aren't quitting YouTube.
We are not quitting YouTube.
Don't worry, guys. Guys, put down the keyboard. Put down the fucking keyboard. Put down the fucking keyboard right now. All right. Put the fucking fork down.
Come on. Okay. Joke's over. I will say, talking about the bear and not doing this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Made me feel like really good.
I think it's okay to have breaks. I think that's one of the bigger problems. I think a lot of people are afraid to take breaks from YouTube.
No. I mean, like, I liked talking about, like, I feel like I got into podcasting when we were talking about the bear.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been having an issue where I keep seeing people say this stuff about Am I the Asshole Reddit stuff, and I question myself and the content that I'm making, and it's difficult to have the motivation to make that content when I see so many people shit on it all the time. I'm not saying that people don't have to shit on it. I'm just saying I want to be more thoughtful about what I make and what I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I don't want my ADHD to be attacked as well, please, and thank you. I don't know, man. I think we're okay for right now. Personally, I feel like we're okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it.
I do want to hear what people have to think about that.
Yeah, I do. I'm asking.
And then I'll block all the comments that say don't stop. I'll keep all the comments that say stop, and then I'm gonna block everyone that says don't stop doing Reddit.
You can disagree. I feel like most of the time people disagree, but then they also have to do a personal attack, which most of the time I'm fine with.
Yeah.
It's just when it's about like abuse or something for me, that's when I'm like, okay,
yeah, no, I'm not allowing
you're muted.
This. Yeah, you're gone.
Never mind. Or if you go in most recently we did an age gap one.
Yeah, someone had an age gap one, and someone just kept harassing other people that were like, thank you
they were going into every single comment that mentioned an age gap and being like, why do you think that? Why do you think that? Why do you think that? I don't know if I'd call that harassment, but it was annoying.
Well, I mean, to me, that gives off the vibe of like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. You know, it's like kind of like it's a form of like you're trying to be like, you're trying to swing the conversation around, because then if you're saying, why do you think that? Because I'm cool with my 50-year age gap, right?
Yeah, this is not like, really I'm not discussing age gaps anymore. And I don't think anyone else, this is a safe space for people that are victims of age gap relationships. If you're in an age gap relationship, I don't care. I literally could not care if you're in an age gap relationship. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. But when someone says I was in an age gap relationship and it fucking sucked and they abused me, don't go to the comment and be like, why is that?
Yeah,
you're getting blocked.
Curious.
You're crazy.
Age gap.
What are you talking
and yet
about?
you still had a relationship. Curious.
You still participate in capitalism.
You still participate, yeah.
Oh my god.
Curious.
Obviously, that's inappropriate when someone says, I've been abused, and then they come in and they go,
how are you abused?
What do you mean?
What do you mean you're
What do
abused?
you mean about that? Shut the fuck up.
It's only, come on. Like, yeah, like she didn't appreciate the fact that you guys didn't like what she made that was beautiful. Like, come on, guys. Guys.
It's like you probably never made anything beautiful. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
High key. I don't give a like. Shut the fuck up, man.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah,
that's inappropriate.
I'll try and stay away from age gap once, unless they're like
Thank
really
you.
wacky.
Thanks, man. Unless they're like super.
Unless they're like
wacky.
super wacky, and I think they're funny, and I think I'll make $1 million off of it.
I don't know, man. I just kind of assume everything's fake.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
I just kind of assume that shit. But we use it to talk about shit in our real life. Like
yeah,
that's why we bring up
are from our experiences. Yeah.
It's like
at the end of the day, I know our experiences are real. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, yes, because we've had them,
Yeah.
and we're not lying about our own experiences, unless you think that we are.
Yeah.
Then for sure, well, yeah, we're lying.
Yeah,
Block
we're
us
totally
and
lying,
then
yeah.
move on and
I'm
stop
totally
commenting,
lying
please.
when I say I'm wearing a green jacket right now. Yeah.
Totally.
Fucking-
You're just trying to sell me that green jacket you got at CVS in 2008.
That they probably don't make anymore, because why the fuck would they make a stupid, dumb green jacket? That's only in purpose. The only person that ever fucking bought it was for sure me and like 3 other people I've seen in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I just yeah, I guess that's why we try to talk about our stories and our experiences with stuff in the past. And yeah, man, I think at some point maybe we just got to get off TikTok.
Yeah.
Honestly, at some point, because TikTok, the amount of insane hate I've seen on TikTok the
Just
past
in general,
month,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
it's been wild.
Yeah.
And the trends are stupid. Have you heard of legging legs?
No. What? Wait, maybe. Can you explain it real quick?
Someone was like, ooh, do you have legging legs? And it's legs that I assume look good in leggings because you have like a thigh gap or something.
I might have heard of this, yeah.
I've only ever seen people complain about legging legs. I've not seen the original because I can't be bothered to click on the stupid blue search button to see what it is.
Legs? Yeah.
But now 14-year-olds think they're fat because of legging legs.
Jesus.
Dumb. It's dumb. The whole thing is dumb.
Great. Thanks, TikTok.
Yeah, I'm
ruining,
tired of it.
Keep the trend going of ruining the mental images of teenage girls everywhere.
And then I walk out of my bedroom and I tell Josh and I'm like, hey, have you heard Tunnel Girls at fucking Trumper? And he's like, what is going on? What is that?
And I leave the room.
I don't know. Josh,
I just walk off.
You walk off and then you hear a single gunshot and the birds will start singing again.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We got to talk about 9/11.
Just real quick. We got to just...
Did we even do this or do we just go straight to Reddit? Because that's probably 2 hours.
We are at 2 hours. Do you think we could hit 4 hours again?
No, fuck that. Fuck this. We're going to do this next week.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to do this next week.
Oh, shit.
I'm moving
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger on the fucking tumbling towers. Goddamn. You think I want to talk about 9/11 right now? No, I don't. I don't actually want to do it. Fuck this. Hey, this was important to talk about. I'm sorry. And I don't care. We're gonna come back with the fan fiction next week. God damn it!
It'll be a big finale. I'll wear a suit. I'm not.
Or we don't do Reddit this week.
No, we gotta do Reddit. We gotta do Reddit.
We gotta do it because that's how we fucking. Yes, we're doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. Influencers, they make content and they put it out and they need money. This is their job.
Shocking revelation: public cashier doesn't love bagging.
Yeah, believe it or not. The customer service person hates answering the phone more at 11. Fucking Jesus Christ, man.
I wish that's in the job description. If I ever have to like quit this podcast, I just hope I go to like Publix.com and then it's just like wanted guy good at bagging.
I straight up, when I saw that TikTok of them being like, fuck you Reddit readers for stuttering or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go back to work.
Yeah, you genuinely were like, I'm gonna
yeah. Like, I'll quit.
And I just felt my entire world crumble when you said that. I was like,
I want to quit.
Fuck.
This shit sucks.
There's only one theme park I haven't worked at yet. I don't want to go to SeaWorld. SeaWorld is
baby.
Margaritaville for you is SeaWorld for me.
Like,
I need you to get that.
It's
I
a
need
one-way
you to
ticket.
fucking understand that right now, okay?
Baby, I'll never let you go to SeaWorld. That's not happening.
Thanks.
Baby, that is not fucking happening.
All right, good. I'm never
You
letting
don't
you
have
go
to
to
do shit.
Margaritaville.
I'm not telling you got to go to work. I'm saying like I will get a work from home job. I will set that shit up and I will get back on my Lexapro, even though it makes me a duller person.
Yeah.
We'll get back on it.
Oh yeah, what's that famous tweet where it's like, God, I wish everyone on my all my friends, I know they're good on their antidepressants, but I hope they're so boring.
Sabrina, Sabrina posted
Sabrina,
that.
yeah.
And
Great.
now you know what? I kind of get it. I kind of do get it. I'm off my Lexapro and I'm funnier, I think. I actually think I'm more serious, but I do feel like it's more close to what I am on the
that's fair.
inside.
It lets you fester there. I get that.
You know, like before I was all bubbly and funny and shit, and I was like, oh, I'm dark on the inside. And people are like, no, you're not. And now I'm like, yeah, I am, though.
Yeah, I feel
The
ya.
darkness encompasses me. It is me. It is who I am.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah.
So we're not doing Tumbling Towers. We're going to do Reddit. And then next week we just do Tumbling Towers and Reddit.
Ooh.
Because let's be fucking real here. This is going to be 4 goddamn hours long. This isn't.
Regardless?
It's 100%. Yeah. If we're going to do 2 hours of Reddit reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Fuck
not
it.
going to do 2 hours of Reddit reading, I don't think. We usually do an hour.
The past 3
Not looking at
times.
you, not looking
The
at you.
past 3 times, Sarah. I need you to. Sarah, please understand that it's going to take 2. It's going to take an hour and a half to 2 hours to do Reddit.
Not looking at you.
We also have not taken, like, I think we only took 1 break so far, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
and
going to
it's
take another
9.
one now.
Guys, I'm sorry. It's 9 p.m. I'm not ending this shit at 12, eating a frozen pizza and going to sleep.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's not happening.
All right, let's go to ads. Ad time. Welcome to the ad break.
Hello.
Yeah, are you enjoying this podcast so far?
I know I am.
Questionable?
Yeah. Question mark.
If it's question mark, or good or bad, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Yeah, buy our fucking coffee or
Buy our
whatever.
coffees, go to straightovercoffee.com. We have all the links down in the description.
What if we just on cinema at the cinema this, where I just slowly get more and more disinterested in this podcast? Like I play it up, you know?
Yeah, you're the Tim Heidecker. I'm the Greg head of the.
You're the Greg head of the static character.
Yeah. Well, if you want to read Reddit, so I mean, that's why we got to do Reddit stories, is because
I got to pivot to another grift where I'm selling like hair pills or something.
and then like your hair starts slowly coming out.
Because of the hair pills?
Yeah. But yeah, okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, rate us 5 stars on Apple Spotify podcast. Do go to straightovercoffee.com and buy our coffee blends.
It's
we have
good.
2 different ones. Sarah's Chaos Blends, Josh Morning's blend. Mine's a light medium roast with caramel flavoring, Brazilian bean. And Sarah's a Colombian bean, dark roast.
Yes.
With chocolate cream flavoring.
Very true.
And it's all available on the website. It is $18 for one,
16
for
bucks
one, 28 for 2.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/APWSTR. There's exclusive content up there, early releases, ad-free episodes. I'm going to finally work on the RSS feed, so that way people actually can listen to it wherever.
Nice.
And get no ads.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
The fuck? We haven't been doing that?
I've been dragging my feet on it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I feel bad for Patreon. I feel like we've been dragging our feet on that.
Yeah, we apologize. But it does help us out on the months where we do need to take breaks, and we really do appreciate you guys donating money.
Sarah versus Matt Damon is coming back. Thus Spoke Zarathustra is coming back.
But yeah, there's plenty of content up there. It also helps out. If you enjoy the 4-hour podcast, it's only $1 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get plenty of access to all the stuff.
Yeah.
Go check out Buy Me Coffee, buymecoffee.com/APWSTR if you want to leave us a nice little message in the middle of the podcast,
and then we'll read it.
And I got a couple messages here. I believe we only have 2 because we've gone for like 2 weeks, so it makes sense.
Don't blame you at all.
Yeah. Mari, she, her bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mari.
Hello, first-time coffee buyer, long-time listener. Was listening to the podcast and had to stop what I was doing to validate Sarah and her love for Betty because it's also my favorite song from Folklore.
Fuck yeah.
As a queer listener, I listen to Folklore with a queer perspective, and I recommend listening to the full album, especially Peace. I know it's about her being this big star, but if you listen to it with a closeted perspective, it really messes you up. Anyway, love y'all for my sorry for my hyperfixation rant. Thank you for keeping me company while I do my makeup for work every day.
It's all good. I can totally see, like, I remember having my queer friend who dated a lesbian who was really into Taylor Swift, and I was kind of like, why? She's obviously the most straight woman on the planet, until I really listened to Taylor Swift, and I was like, she kind of weirdly gets it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's
Yeah.
kind of strange. I think it's just either, I don't know, she is, you know, I don't want to speculate on her sexual identity because that's her shit. But I think also, I don't know. I think she's a very good songwriter and is able to get to multiple perspectives with her writing. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Claire bought 5 coffees. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire.
Hey, Sarah and Josh. Thanks for letting me know your zodiacs a few weeks back. And by the way, you are very compatible astrologically. Tipping again purely for the age gap relationship, the sky is not purple rant in the last episode.
No problem.
Listening to your takes on these stories is always are very relatable and entertaining. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not takes, they're opinions. I'm gonna find it. No.
Our takes opinions? I thought takes were like a political,
I guess political opinions.
Stance. You know, like a stance.
I guess those are opinions.
Yeah, I don't
know.
I feel like I guess in my mind, takes are more substantial than opinions.
Yeah, I feel like they have like more of a weight to them.
But I wonder if that's because the word opinion has been watered down because in high school, not college.
You got to make an opinionative essay or whatever, you know?
Or just it's like opinion versus fact.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
Your
yeah,
opinion
so everyone
is
wants
not
to have a take
fact.
to make it seem like a take is a fact. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I really want to look into this actually and think about it more.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all the coffees we have. Thank you all very much for that. Is there anything else?
I don't know.
Patreon, buy me coffee, straight over coffee. Oh, I'm starting a new distributive computing team for Boink. Basically, Boink is a infrastructure for open computing. Basically, you can donate some of your spare computer time to like scientific different organizations. I'm trying to think of ways to like help like science progress farther and like have a little bit of helping them out.
Yeah.
Basically, there's one project that I've made a team for. It's a World Community Grid. They're doing cancer research. If you want to donate some of your CPU time, like overnight or during the day, to cancer research, go to worldcommunitygrid.org. There's the APWSTR team. It'll walk you through the process, and you can choose how much you want to donate to your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also plenty of Palestinian links are down in the description as well.
Bitch.
We're going to be looking into more charities. Apparently there's a few more. I think Care for Gaza is finally back on its feet.
I did see that, but then they had to close down their PayPal again because they got so many donations.
Yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on it.
I have to research it, and then I will, hopefully I'll get something by next week if I find something that actually where the money is going towards people in Gaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also links again. I think there'll still be links for COVID, BLM, AAP, Stop AAP Hate. Yeah.
API.
Yeah. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's do some fucking Reddit reading.
Okay.
Everyone loves it.
Okay, everyone loves this.
Yeah, everyone loves this. This is the bread and butter of the show.
I guess. I guess.
Yeah, okay, let's just take that again, but I want a little more oomph.
Okay, I, 34 male, failed a TikTok relationship test, and my wife, 32 female, is upset with me. How do I make it up to her?
You don't. It's over.
There have been many of these.
It's over.
Pomegranate theory we talked about.
Pomegranate, there's the oranges, right?
The orange peel one. I will say, I will change my opinion on the pomegranate one. Someone pointed out, like, that was a first date, and they were testing this person on the first date. And I was like, I do get it. I personally wouldn't test someone I'm dating.
It's probably fine, I guess.
Who gives a crap, honestly?
That's fair.
I understand what you're saying. I think I had missed that too, that it was a first date.
Well, I don't read these. It's fine.
I don't pay attention. The fuck?
I just come in and cash my paycheck. That's a joke. That's a bit. I do care about this show.
I spew rage bait for money. Okay,
from the top.
Yeah, okay. I, 34 male, failed a TikTok relationship test, and my wife, 32 female, is upset with me. How do I make it up to her?
I do want to know what the relationship test was. Like, also, this is your wife as well, so it has to be like a...
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
It's probably, like, really niche, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn. No one would know how to solve this one.
So this is like, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, if this person's saying TikTok test and it's just like a regular thing.
My wife, 32 female, and I, 34 male, were recently at a local mall where we were approached by a couple of younger guys with a microphone and a camera filming content for a TikTok channel. They asked us if we'd be okay answering a couple of questions about each other and being posted online.
Big mistake. Don't do that.
It sounded fun.
No, it's not fun. It's not fun. No, don't do it.
And I've seen videos in this vein before, so I said sure. My wife said okay as well. They asked us questions about each other. First, basic stuff like eye color or favorite food, but quickly getting more specific and niche.
Okay.
I don't know if it was being put on the spot or just me being quote unquote off my game,
Middle
so to
name.
speak.
That'd be so fun. No.
But there were several questions I couldn't answer immediately or correctly, like our anniversary. Or her parents' names.
No, really?
Or if she has any allergies.
What?
Yeah.
How is your wife not dead? You just don't.
This fucking
hey,
TikTok test, god dang it.
Hey, honey, I got a bunch of fucking peanuts. Hopefully you don't, you're good, right? I don't care. I'm eating them. Yum.
Hey, give me a kiss.
Hey,
give me a kiss.
Nom, 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 peanuts. Yeah.
You're getting puffy. You should take care of that.
Yeah, that's your problem, not mine.
My wife is beyond upset and says it's clear that I either don't listen to her or don't care. I know why she feels that way, and I totally understand, but she's wrong. I do care, and I do listen. I just couldn't remember those answers in the moment. I'm planning a trip for us over spring break. We're both teachers, but now I just want to solve this before I surprise her with a trip. What should I do? How do I show her that I do care?
Well, good news. They did say solve this, so we get to this is up our wheelhouse.
Yeah, we can solve this for sure.
Okay, that's okay. The allergies one and what was the other one? Fuck, I don't even remember.
Parents' names. Or our anniversary.
Yeah, okay, so I will say for sure 2 of those off the top of my head. I'm thinking like, I'm also worried like, fuck, do you actually have any allergies right now? And I'm actually like, if I'm not mistaken, you don't have any real big food allergies.
I don't.
I don't know anything about medicinal, though. That might be a problem. We'll talk about that later.
No, I don't. I would let you know.
Okay. Anniversary, September. No, September's your birthday. I was going to get them mixed up.
Damn, dude.
November 7th.
Yes.
I would say is our actual anniversary because it's the 3rd
the
into
4th
the 4th.
Is when we met. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Parents' names. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I think I'm blanking out on your mother's name. I want to say your dad's name. Can I say it like on the podcast?
You can say it, yeah.
Is it? It's John, right?
Yes, my dad's name is John.
Fuck, I don't know what your mom's name is right now. It might be because we're doing the podcast and I'm not thinking about it, and I apologize.
Just like this guy.
Yeah, just like this guy. But at least I know the anniversary. The anniversary and the allergies ones I think are real bad for sure.
Yes, yeah. Parents' names I would forgive. Disney princess.
Ariel.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I
Got
remember.
Him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Jasmine. No. Fucking.
Yeah.
But no, okay. I think first of all, it is very misleading saying it's like a TikTok test.
It's not. It's a regular man on the street
question.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could go anywhere.
Yeah. It'd be like if Billy Eichner gave you $1, sir, for $1. What's your anniversary with your wife?
And that's a good point because, like, I will say sometimes when you're put on the spot, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But some of this shit is like.
And this is also like the TikTok content that I'm aware of. It's like they told you up front, hey, we're gonna do this.
Yes.
Like, are you okay being on camera and learning about this? And like doing this thing.
Yeah.
Fucking I will like you this is the most controlled a man on the street interview could be, where it's like it's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's not Billy Eichner yelling at your face for $1. What is your wife's anniversary?
Name a woman.
Name a woman.
Like, I can't name a woman.
You could and my mom's like, what's going on? Because this is like you're standing there and the guy has the road mic and he's like, what is this? Blah blah blah. It's not even like Nardwuar style level questions where it's like, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's literally just basic information about your partner.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me.
It's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah. And like, I mean, like even right now, I got a little bit worried, like, fuck, am I gonna say all this and then like not even know what Sarah's parents' names are? But like, no, I like, I will remember if you give me the Disney princess hit,
Yeah.
But
we don't talk about her that often.
Yeah, because
as much as I talk about her on here, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. Yeah,
she's dead to me. Yeah.
But I'm surprised that I actually remember your father's name as well as I do.
I think because I wanted to name a turtle after him one time.
That is fair. That is fair. Nice.
I still do.
Fucking score for Josh. But like, I don't know. Like, just know basic facts about your own relationship. Also, this is your wife.
Also, the allergies one.
Allergies one, I was really like, that's not good.
You need to know
you
that
should know
shit.
some allergies. Yeah. Like I don't really get. Like I think technically I might have a subtle allergic reaction to like penicillin or something. But that's also something you don't necessarily need to know. Like,
well, you've said it a couple of times, but it's not. It's not confirmed.
Yeah, it's like who fucking knows what I have.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah. So I don't know. That's fucking.
I know your parents' names, but I think they don't want to be. Their names
I'm not
don't
gonna say
want to
their
be.
names. Yeah.
I do know them though.
Yeah, that's fine.
And our anniversary.
Yeah.
November 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Fucking. I will say birthdays always fuck me up.
Yeah.
And that is
you're pretty good at mine though.
Yeah. I will say apparently it was one of my sister's birthdays recently and I just forgot.
No, we gave her a birthday present.
We gave her a birthday present, but I didn't text her on her birthday. And I apologize. But no, fucking I'm bad at birthdays.
No, me too. I'm not good at texting people for sure.
Okay, real talk though. Now, if someone comes up to you with a camera and says, "Hey, do you want to do an interview?"
Say no.
Say no.
Say no.
You can say no. Say no, because you're not gonna look like a fucking idiot afterwards.
Do you remember the first creator clash where someone came up to us?
Oh, you bet your fucking ass! I remember that.
Started asking us about pedophiles.
Some asshole in some Marlboro cigarette jacket.
Yeah.
And they started asking us about shit, and we just didn't. We were cut out of the video, I think, because
we weren't interesting enough. I think.
Yeah,
because I just looked at them like, what? I don't even know who you were talking about.
We were kind of. I feel like we were in a weird way. We were kind of like bullying them. Like I don't know anything about that.
What the fuck are you saying? Yeah,
it's like because also what the fuck were you saying? Yeah. And then I looked into it, and they posted the video, and I just saw us in the background, and then they got I think they interviewed person right after us, and it was some poor woman.
Yeah,
that they just did all these zoom cuts of lady don't know things, and it's like
it was like they were trying to do like a gotcha. They also were already filming. They did not ask if it was okay that we were on camera. It was trying to get like gotcha moments of everyone showing up because it was the first creator clash, and I guess it was supposed to be like cringe or whatever. Yeah. And so they were like, who do you think is gonna win, Aaron Hansen or Harley Morenstein? And
I think we were honest, it's probably gonna be Harley.
You said Harley, and then I said Aaron because I wanted to root for Aaron.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Game Grumps. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, well, do you think Sam Hyde or whatever or something like that?" And then some other pedophiles at the time.
Yeah,
I remember hearing about it because I kept hearing the discourse on Twitter about them being outed as a pedophile or
something like that. Yeah, I think it was EDP was the guy's name
EDP,
or something.
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't know who you're talking about, and I did, but I didn't want to be here's my opinion on pedophiles on the internet. Shut up.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Shut the fuck up.
And it's really funny with that guy too, because he tries to pose himself off as a journalist.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Man.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're a fucking joke, dude.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he's trying to do the Channel 5 thing.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to be a rapist? Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Pretty epic.
No wonder you idolize Sam Hyde, bitch.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Solved it though.
Solved it.
That's a simple one. That's a nice simple one.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I'm gonna start with this one. This one could be fake because of the ages.
Oh yeah, you said this was Freddy Fazbear.
No, this is not the Freddy Fazbear one.
Damn it.
I'm gonna say I'll save that one for next.
Okay.
But I want to get this one out of the way because I remember saying this one and I think it's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling a small joke when my friend got pulled over by the police last night?
We will see.
For reference, I'm 20, female, and my friend, 25 male, was essentially the designated driver last night so I could go out and have fun. He's been essentially my best guy friend for over a year, and we have so much fun together. And I thought what I said last night was in line with how we joke with each other.
Okay.
On the way home from the bar, about a half a mile after we got into the car, he got pulled over. The officer literally took forever from the time he pulled us over to the time he came up to the window, so I think the time caused my friend to get really anxious. To lighten the mood, when the officer asked my friend if he knew why he pulled him over, I leaned over and said as a joke, quote, "Be careful with this one, officer. He's a sovereign citizen and his daddy's a lawyer." That is literally all I said, and my friend gave me the dirtiest look, and then the cop asked him to step out of the car. Another cop came up to my side, and while didn't say anything, She was clearly there to keep an eye on me.
Oh, God.
I couldn't hear what was being said, but the conversation lasted a good 20 minutes. When my friend got back in the car, he was furious with me, and he said that the officer didn't find my joke funny at all, and the traffic stop was supposed to be a warning for failing to signal, but the cop ended up giving him a ticket for the lack of signal, his windshield being cracked, and then a ticket for having a lack of paper insurance documentation.
I hate cops so much.
Basically, the cop was ticketing him for everything he could because he didn't appreciate my joke. My friend told me, quote, I need a fucking break from you, and said he'd call me if he ever feels like being my friend again. I was honestly just trying to lighten the mood, and I have no control over the cop being having a bad day. Am I the asshole? In the comments as well.
Yeah.
This person, uncle cop, and learned that cops hate sovereign citizens from their cop uncle.
So yes, you are an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. The cop is the most asshole.
Yeah, the cop is the worst. Fuck 12.
But, you know, he is doing what cops do, which is, if you dare slight me, I will throw the book at you.
Yeah, I'm going to throw literally everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised you don't know about from your, I guess you wouldn't see that side of your uncle, that piece of shit, you know?
And this, you know, Gabriel Iglesias, I don't know, he's probably problematic now. I have no idea if he is.
Yeah.
But he has that cop story where, you know, his friend does it was funny, huh? You know? And they got pulled over and his friend had weed or something illegal.
Yeah.
And the cop was walking up to him and his friend starts blasting Bad Boys. The cops theme.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And they made the cop laugh so much that they got off without a ticket.
Yeah.
And he didn't search the car, so they didn't go to jail, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a funny fucking story, and he's really good at telling it because he's a fucking comedian. You're not a comedian.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This was a terrible joke. If the joke was funny,
you might have been okay. But the joke, there's no punchline.
This is not the time.
Hey, my friend fucking thinks you're fake. And also his dad's a lawyer, so be careful.
Yeah, I mean,
What's
listen.
the joke? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even a joke in an anti-cop way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
you're just fucking up someone's fucking life for no reason.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. I'm not on the cop side.
I'm not on the cop side either. I'm on the friend side of like, don't fuck this up. Dude, getting pulled over by a cop
for failing to signal, which is important.
It is important.
Should signal.
But like, I'm just talking about like in general, like
it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I've gotten pulled over by a cop one time.
I remember you were shaking.
Yeah. And I remember you going across the window and being like,
this guy's a sovereign citizen.
And he has a gun.
And 6 pounds of weed he got from Sonic. Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, why do a lot of people think lies are jokes?
I don't know.
That's weird.
It's
right?
not funny. It's not. There's funny. No setup or punchline at all.
Like it's very weird.
We got to go back to like rudimentary shit where puns are jokes.
Yeah,
puns are jokes.
There's there's an idea of setup payoff. You know, there's the payoff is your friend has a bunch of tickets now. They're all bullshit. Fuck the cop.
Yeah, they are bullshit.
They are bullshit 100%.
I mean, maybe the signal one, I don't know.
Signal one, you should,
crack on your windshield. God damn.
That's stupid. That's you're hurting that's a for sure made to go after like poor people.
Yeah, 100%. Some made up shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I know that like,
maybe not.
Maybe if there's a big crack and it's like causing your visibility to be fucked.
Oh yeah,
that's fair.
One time, my mom got pulled over because she had a car that was a convertible. And my grandma also was in a wheelchair. So we took my grandma out of the wheelchair and put the wheelchair in the back seat. And then my mom was like, let's do the convertible thing. And I was in the back seat. So the glass had shattered because in the back seat because of the handles of the wheelchair.
Oh.
The convertible shit and whatever. So we just didn't have a back window. So we got like garbage bags and taped it to the back window, but you can't see behind you through a garbage bag.
Yeah.
So we got pulled over, and I think the cop let us off because he was like, just go get clear bags or something.
Yeah,
which
I guess, that's probably.
Because he was like, he's not going to ticket us because we were out of town, and it was like a whole situation.
Yeah.
It was obviously like he wasn't going to do that shit. But if we had said, I'm a sovereign citizen, who would have known? Who would have fucking known?
Yeah, it's a little joke. Yeah,
Jesus
that's the
Christ.
thing. That's the other thing too. Like, listen, I hate cops. I do hate sovereign citizens a little bit more. So, like, I think we can all kind of agree.
I kind of hate cops. Period.
But like, there's I get the I've watched. There's I think a video by Mooncat that made a video on sovereign citizens.
I don't know much about sovereign citizens. I'm
basically their whole gimmick.
Yeah. If cops hate them, though, I'm on their side a little bit.
Their whole gimmick is technically, if you decide to name yourself like a citizen of the world, you don't have to abide by any laws.
Oh, that's stupid.
Of any country that you're in.
Yeah, dog.
So you don't need to have a license to drive. You don't need to have a license plate. You don't need to you don't need an ID to buy drinks. And if you ask me for an ID for alcohol, I am going to make a big scene and film a TikTok about it because
so they're just annoying.
They're annoying. They're the most annoying people on the planet. Okay. And they genuinely think that if they genuinely think they're above the law.
Do they shoot black people indiscriminately?
They probably don't.
Okay.
But they probably would if they had
But you're more annoyed at the people that make a scene.
Yes, sir. I'm a liberal. Thank you very much.
Oh, goddamn.
Sorry.
All right.
But no, you're right. You're right to call me out on that, though. I appreciate you. Yeah. Fuck
I don't think that would go over well. Or maybe it would. Maybe we got a liberal audience and they're like, yeah, fuck sovereign citizens.
We watched.
You gotta have an ID.
We watched a bit from a podcast that I'm not gonna say the name of.
We're not saying it. Yeah.
But there is a very funny bit where they just made liberal Elmo's the bit. So yeah. I've
already called them.
Just because I say cat doesn't mean I won't use them.
You know, honestly, I as a kid, I was terrified of having to call the cops.
Yeah.
And now as an adult, the ACAB being a thing and me learning about it and everything, I'm fucking so relieved. Like, there's such a level of anxiety. It's like, oh, we got to call the cops. We got to. I'm so glad I'm never going to do that in my life.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
It's just fully accepted in my body, in my brain, that anything that happens, I'm not fucking doing that shit.
Yeah.
Well, why the fuck would I call someone to fuck it up more?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
No, I'm not
that.
doing that.
God.
That's stupid.
Solved it, though.
Solved it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to divide my will amongst my grandchildren instead of my children?
Ooh.
This one's extremely short.
Okay. All right.
I, female 65, have 2 children, male 50 and female 41. Both married. My son has 1 child. My daughter has 4.
Huh.
I have talked to my children about being my emergency contact, etc., now that I lost my common law husband a year ago. My daughter then told me that it wasn't fair that I'm leaving my estate split in half between her and my son because she has 4 children. I don't agree. Am I the asshole?
Really?
So the sister is saying I have 4 kids and my brother only has 1. So why does he get 50% when my estate, your estate, when I leave it to my kids, is going to be split 4 ways? So they get less money than the other kid.
Okay.
My question is that how anything works?
That's a little
no.
So
what, dude?
Because the implication there is that there's 5 kids in total, right? So because the brother only had 1, 20/80?
Yeah. She wants 80% of the estate.
For
her children.
No.
Even though it doesn't go to her children, it goes to her.
Yeah.
But she's saying it might go to her children.
But
no,
that's not how any of this works. Wait.
Yes, exactly.
It's only for the okay.
Yes. So your mother wants to leave you her estate. She wants to leave you 50%.
50%. Which great.
And you're pissed off that your brother is getting 30% more.
Yeah,
than what you think he should have.
Yeah.
Because of your children?
So
it's such bullshit.
What's your gripe against the brother then, other than didn't have enough kids?
He only has 1 kid. Also, who's to say he can't have another kid?
That is true, yeah.
What if he has 3 more kids?
Yeah, he could very easily.
What if he has 3 more kids after grandma dies?
What if you lose 3 kids? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's where my head went. I'm sorry. That's where.
Jesus.
Listen, hey, I don't want it to happen, but it could happen.
Oh man.
Sorry.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Okay. We're stuck on the dead kid thing now, I think.
Dead kids. What do you do with them?
What do you do with them? I don't know.
no,
You definitely don't give them 20% of your grandma's estate. Oh man.
What if the brother had another kid after the mom dies and is like, hey,
let me get some of that estate, baby.
I'm gonna get some more of that estate, actually.
Yeah.
I should get whatever the 13% more now, actually.
Yeah. People are really bad at doing math until someone starts talking about a will.
Yeah.
And then they're
then
fucking,
everyone's like,
they are mathematicians.
everyone's a fucking rocket scientist.
Everyone does physics at home. Everyone's doing calculus.
Okay, so my body has
this many cells.
This many cells. Therefore, I have technically more cells. So actually, I should get 51.2% of the will, which should be an increase of $5,372.
Yeah, and they go to their D&D session and they have to roll 3 D20s and add them up, and they're like,
"What the fuck is 3 plus 4?
I don't get it."
Oh, there's a 1, 2. Fuck.
I will say though, doing that with the dice, it is difficult. For some reason, you roll a dice and you try to add it to the other dice, and you're like, I can't. No.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
No,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
But yeah, it is the second that there's money involved, everyone starts really. Yeah.
I know exactly what to do.
I know exactly how to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's
though.
such a funny grift, though. I think it's great.
Dude, having more kids so you can try and pawn off more money from the fucking.
Yeah, like, yeah, why did. Oh man,
That's
I don't know.
wild. Yeah, don't do that.
Isn't it on you to like invest it and how you spend it and blah blah blah?
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like it.
Why can't you grow it 4 times? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Be smart with your money. I guess. Sadly, we live in a capitalist system.
Yes.
You have to keep a track of your finances.
Yeah.
I'm saying all that. Money's fake as well.
Money is all.
It's just numbers.
Yes,
but we
fake.
sadly live in a world where the money you make equates to how much food you're allowed to have. You know.
Yeah.
So like. I think, yeah, if like maybe your brother's not going to do anything with the money, but maybe you do. And then at the end of like 10 years, you have somehow like $1 million or whatever compared to like the 500,000 that you started off with, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's plenty. You can do a lot with whatever the half of the will is, you know? Like,
yeah, you could.
Yeah.
It's up to you, right? It's not up to your children.
Dude, really funny. You ask for 80%, you get it, and then it's just all debt.
It's all
80% is, yeah.
The
you
whole
got
estate is, you got most of the debt.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, all right. Yeah, if that was the case, as the brother, I'd be like, fucking for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen those credit card bills.
Jesus.
God.
I think it's a funny grift that you can pull off on your grandma and deceive her to get more money because you decided to have more children.
Hey, kids, do you got 9 months of free time and a mom about to die?
Wow. Okay. All right.
Well,
Jesus.
boy, oh boy, do I have a new thing called using your kids as economic props to further prosperize yourself.
That's a lyric in a song. I forgot what song it is, but it's I'll sell you a 2-foot coffin and a 9-month long vacation.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oof. Solved it.
Solved it.
Let's get out of this one.
Jesus Christ. This is the dark episode.
This is the darkest episode we've ever done, dude.
APWSTR goes dark, man.
APWSTR goes dark. All right. Don't worry. I'll bring up the mood, guys. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my aunt to pay for her own Peacock Premium account when she didn't like the profile picture I set for my profile?
What? Okay.
Gonna keep this one brief.
Okay, yeah.
Me, I am a college student, so I had a way of signing up for Peacock for a reduced rate. I originally got it for the FNAF movie, but I have branched out. They also have La Brie, which is a mom and I show, plus I have engaged in some of my guilty pleasures.
Hell yeah.
That said, since FNAF holds a special place in my heart, the profile picture I set for myself is Freddy Fazbear himself.
Everyone loves Freddy Fazbear. He looks at you seductively.
Either way, this is not about that. You might be wondering why my aunt has my Peacock account. The answer is my uncle. My dad's fiance, Mariah, and I went to go visit my grandparents, and turns out my Uncle Jerry was visiting from out of state. We visited on football night, so my grandfather, my dad, and Uncle Jerry were trying to watch the game. Bad news, whatever my grandpa uses to get his channel on his TV failed. So whatever he uses, like his cable probably wasn't working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uncle Jerry said we could use Peacock to watch it, but since they don't have an account, they'd need to pay for it. This is where I came in. I signed in on his iPad and they watched it a bit on there, but then they wanted to scale up, so I signed in on my grandparents' Fire Stick. Simple as that, they enjoyed the game and then soon we left for home. A few days passed and I didn't hear anything, but then I got this text from my Aunt Melinda, Jerry's wife, saying, you need to change the picture on your Peacock account. It's too scary for me and the kids.
Too scary. I mean, it is supposed to be scary.
It's Freddy FiveBears. Yeah,
it's Freddy FiveBears, yeah.
Uncle Jerry has 2 sons, and they're 10 and 7 respectively. They're also very much of the Christian faith, so I bring that up because their household is not conducive to horror. However, Freddy holds a dear place in my heart for many reasons that I won't outline here. I told Aunt Melinda that I didn't want to, and she said that I still need to. I then told her, if you don't want to see Freddy every time you open Peacock, get your own account, and stopped responding.
Dude, I'm dedicating my fucking life to Freddy FiveBears.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aunt Melinda isn't a particularly vindictive person, so I think that's why she didn't respond directly to me after that. Later on, I got a call from Dad asking what happened, and I had to explain. He wasn't mad per se, but he wasn't exactly proud. Here's everyone's position.
Okay.
This is clue now. This is
yeah.
Aunt Melinda wants me to apologize and change my profile pic. Uncle Jerry says I should consider doing it for Aunt Melinda and the boys. Dad says that I have a point and that's my prerogative, but says there will be an impact.
I mean, you can't stop the impact.
Yeah. Mariah says that since I'm the one paying for the account, I have the final say.
Yeah.
Mom told me I wasn't in the wrong at all, and I should change my password and sign out of all devices that aren't mine. I'm mentally at a stalemate personally. Should I give this up? Should I just change it? Think it'll blow over? Am I the asshole?
The way that I think about this, situations like this where it's so inconsequential, you might as well do it. But if you're making it how much would it hurt you to change the photo? And how much do you like your Aunt Maria?
And how much do you like Freddy Fazbear?
Yeah, I guess that goes into how much would it hurt you. If you love Freddy Fazbear and you need your profile picture to be Freddy FiveBears.
Yeah, you need it. Yeah,
you need it. Okay, yeah, I guess you gotta
you need it. Yeah.
Start.
It's time to start fresh with the family. You gotta.
Yeah, this one's weird because
really, okay.
Partly I'm like, dog, just change it. It's Freddy FiveBears. But I'm also not super into Freddy FiveBears, so I don't understand the cult of his
I'm like
iconoclastic.
Cut everyone off for Freddy Fazbear, yeah.
The false idol, Freddy FiveBears.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm not in the cult, so I don't know how to do it.
Well, actually, you don't know this, Sarah, but the profile picture is actually Freddy on the cross. That's why it's offensive.
I get that, man. How dare you? How dare you? Dude, I love these, man. I can't stop doing these. Don't tell me that it hurts people. These are fun as fuck. For the Freddy FiveBears one, it's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, it's gonna.
That's why you gotta.
It's scaring the kids. The games at the age demographic of Freddy Fazbear fans.
Fucking OP versus Aunt Melinda or Melissa or whatever Mary, whatever the fuck her name is, over a Freddy Fazbear profile picture on Peacock Plus. It shit is so fucking funny, dude. Oh my god, I don't care who wrote it. I don't care if it's not real. It's so good. I don't even know what to say about it. Because partly
okay. All right, real advice time right now.
If I go to Aunt Melissa and Aunt Melissa's like, I don't talk to my nephew anymore because his profile picture was Freddy FiveBears, was a scary bear with horrific teeth looking at me like he wants to fuck the shit out of me.
Yeah,
because he does. Look him up. Look up every photo of Freddy FiveBears. Look at his fucking seductive little eyes.
I'm gonna look up Freddy Fazbear Peacock, and we're gonna see if I can.
Yeah, I want to know what it is. Yeah, that's true. We need to see what it is. I would be like,
we need all the information, guys.
We gotta to make our judgment.
I don't know if it's actually gonna show me whatever it is on Peacock. I'm not installing Peacock for this fucking show. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
if I went to her and she said that, I would be like, damn, lady, that's petty as fuck. And also, he's paying for it. There is part of it that's like, yeah, he's paying for it. He shouldn't have to just like cater to everything that you do, right? He might not
you're
be
the
a
one
Christian.
paying for the peacock, right? Like, it's
but
your.
Then if I hear a kid come to me and he says, my Aunt Melissa demanded that I change my profile picture on Peacock Plus from Freddy FiveBears to something else, and then I said, go fuck yourself, and now we don't speak anymore. I'm gonna be like, dude, come on, man.
I think it's really funny that the dad was like, this action will have consequences.
Well, I'm kind of the dad's position. It's like, you can do whatever you want, bucko, but yeah, apparently she's decided that this is something that she's upset about.
That's the profile picture, apparently.
Okay, so he's not really looking at you like he wants to fuck you.
He's just angry.
He's a fun bear.
He's an angry little bear now.
I think find a weirder profile picture and put it up. Just be like, yeah, okay, I'll change it, and then change it to like a fucking scary monster or something.
Yeah, it's actually, I know exactly the new one.
Yeah,
I knew exactly which one you should use for that.
Oh yeah, you should do the Josh Hutcherson.
Josh Hutcherson, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the change. Okay, here's what you do. You change it. You go into Peacock.
Put in that one photo of Josh Hutcherson everybody's doing. Yeah,
with his hands behind his fucking head.
I love that people keep tagging us in that. Like did we
send a fucking wave of some sort?
I think if we did it, it was magic. It was witchcraft. It was God. It was
it wasn't us. It was Five Nights at Freddy's that brought him. Yeah,
the world, the goddess, the moon goddess, the werewolf moon goddess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I'm genuinely like, just change all the fucking passwords at this point.
Okay.
Because also, you only used Peacock once. It was for one game.
One movie.
It was for, not even this guy. The reason why he signed up Peacock for everybody on the iPad was because the uncle wanted to watch the game because NBC wasn't working. That was the only reason to me that's explained that, like, they wanted Peacock was to watch the game because it wasn't working on the TV. And they were visiting from out of town, too, so I'm willing to bet their TV's fine for, watching games.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm on the side of just get rid of the fucking...
Yeah, sure.
Drop them.
I think it's up to you. I wouldn't really think that you're an asshole for anything that you do, honestly, in this case, because it's so inconsequential. It's like,
a profile picture,
fuck? Yeah. Why does Aunt Melissa give a shit? Why does she think she can change your profile picture?
Yeah, what control what does she need over you?
Think of the children.
Think of the children.
They won't have to look at Freddy FiveBears.
Children.
She sounds annoying. I gotta be honest. She does sound annoying as shit.
Yes.
She sounds annoying as fuck.
Okay. Dude, fucking Dude, if you get rid of your 5 Nights at Freddy's profile picture, Freddy will show up at your house.
Freddy will show up at your house. So you have to say Freddy FiveBear into the mirror 5 times. God. And then you have to stay up until 6 a.m.
God, Freddy on the Cross is probably the best.
Freddy on the Cross is good as fuck. Oh my God.
All right, I'm ready for the next one.
All right. Am I the asshole for being a choosing beggar?
Okay.
I'm 27 female, currently in a bit of a financial bind. I have some collectibles that I'm selling for a decent price, little cheaper than market price, for money. Some of these are limited edition video games, out-of-print edition books, and some rare manga. Most of them would sell for $150 to $300 because they're collector's items. I listed the manga for Cowboy Bebop on eBay, and the start price for the auction is $75. I paid that much when I bought them, and the median price for all 5 volumes seems to be about $150 to $200.
Okay.
My friend messaged me and said she wants the manga for her boyfriend's birthday. I asked her how much she's offering, and she said $30.
No.
I said no, and that the price is firm, even for a friend. Then she upped the price to $35.
But I'm leaving after $35.
What a good haggler.
A whole $5 more.
$30. No.
$31.
$35 and 1 penny.
That's not even, what is that, a 16% increase? That's not, okay, so we're under half.
Yeah.
And you're doing like a 16% increase. That's not a big increase.
No.
Yeah.
It's still under half.
Yeah.
Still too low. I sent her a link to the auction and said she could bid on it like everyone else. I added that if she doesn't like it, she's not worth being friends with for such a lowball offer, knowing that I'm in a bind. She's upset and called me a choosing beggar because I refused to sell something for so cheap. Am I the asshole?
Well, that's the thing, is that it's not a begging thing because you're actually selling something,
That's
right?
the top comment, yeah.
That's the issue here. It's not that you don't want to give away something for money. It's that you want to get paid right for it.
Yes. I thought choosing beggar was like, I need food. Oh, okay. Well, here's a burger. Oh, I don't do that.
I thought that's what that is. Yeah, like
I won't eat a burger. I need like a steak.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like a dietary thing, but it's like I won't eat that poor shit. Yeah, it's like, but you're begging for food. So why won't you just eat the damn food? As long as it's not a dietary thing or whatever. And also, I don't really endorse that
choosing
opinion.
beggars idea. Yeah,
I feel like people that need shit like that, they deserve to have good things.
Yeah, especially like if like a lot of the shit that you're getting is like poorly made or like not good, and it's only gonna last you like a day. You know what I mean? True. I think that there's genuine critiques of like, oh, you're just giving me scraps of like,
that makes sense. I'm not endorsing that at all. I'm just trying to explain the concept.
Yeah.
This is not that
though.
That's not even that.
You have a eBay listing.
Yeah.
That's $75. And you're going around what the market price seems like it is, at least.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going with the market. Someone comes in and is like, all right, I know you need this money. $5. You know, it's kind of fuck up. You. It's fuck you. Yeah. It's like you're
like, no, I'm gonna take my chances on somebody, whatever.
And try to make more money, especially if you're in a bind too of like, don't you want more money in that scenario?
They're basically saying like, I don't think anyone else is gonna buy this. So you better give it to me, blah, blah, blah. Which is some hardcore haggling shit.
Yeah.
But then to be like, fuck you, you're choosing beggar. Go fuck yourself. It's like, dog, just chill.
Yeah, just chill the fuck out for a second. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if it is a friend, I would also feel that way.
Yeah.
And I think you're entitled to feel that way.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not going to say you can't, you know.
Yeah. Damn, that's interesting.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That's very wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess like, God. Also, if you wanted to help your friend, wouldn't you want to pay the full amount?
Pay him the money.
Yeah.
Fuck. If you are doing this out of the idea of like, let me help you.
Let me help you and also get you just do that and then get the boyfriend a different gift or something.
Yeah.
Or get that as the gift and pay the full price.
Yeah.
You're the one haggling, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's all projection, isn't it?
It's a bit projection, yeah.
Yeah.
God. Also, find another gift for your partner at that point.
Yeah, the fuck?
Yeah. Solved it. That's simple. Simple. I feel like I'm running out of simple stories, so maybe that trend is on the downslope right now. Okay. I want to state for the record for this one.
Oh God.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 edits here, and I don't feel right not saying that there's 2 edits here because this guy got demolished.
Oh.
Hard.
Okay.
And is still with this person.
Okay.
Okay. But this is wild. Okay. This is wild. So let's just all buckle up.
All right.
Not harass anyone.
What the fuck?
But this is wild.
Oh my God. Okay.
Today I fucked up by trying to make my girlfriend talk to an AI of me instead of me.
Okay.
I, 23 male, started dating my girlfriend, 23 female, back in October 2020. Since this was when COVID was still around, we utilized online video chat much more than your average couple.
Okay.
It also helped that we lived an hour from each other. We could be talking about anything, doing anything, or just sitting there looking at each other. None of it mattered. We loved every minute we had on those video calls. Over time, as much as this developed a love for each other, it also developed a love for technology and its capability.
Okay.
It amazed me how, despite being in a time where you weren't able to see each other, you could still see people and interact with them. I was in a gap year at the time, but as I grew my love for technology, I realized that this is what I wanted to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward a year, I'm now enrolled in a college for software development. Since I never really understood the hardware of it all, I'm much more focused on what I could create with the hardware. Me and my girlfriend continued to see each other, continued to video call, continued to text, and continued to grow our relationship.
Okay.
Fast forward to 2023, where AI chatbots started to become a reality for everybody. Everywhere I saw on the internet, people were messing around with ChatGPT for character bots, or just any sort of AI-related conversation. Then I had an idea that I thought was ingenious. Through the next few months, I wanted to develop an AI chat that acted like me to the syllable. I wanted to have a carbon copy of me in an AI form in order for someone like my girlfriend to use it in times where I'm not able to contact her.
But okay, all right. Okay.
The idea sounded perfect in my head. If I was too busy with my studies or I didn't have the time at the moment, she can just go talk to my AI, which would replicate a perfect conversation that I have over text. I finally finished the AI in December. It was a lot of trial and error and trying to make sure it completely aligned with who I was as a person.
Okay.
I decided that, since the time was perfect, I would give her that AI to her as a Christmas present.
Oh my god, fuck off, man. Fuck off, dude.
I would
She just
give that
wants
AI
she
to
wants
her.
skincare products, dude. Just give her that. Go to Sephora.
I would give that AI to her as a Christmas present.
Elbow through all the 12-year-old girls that are in Sephora, apparently.
Yeah,
and you
and
can get her
yeah.
a fucking something random off the shelf, man.
I thought of no possible better gift I can get her. Plus, it also helped that it was basically free. So Christmas Day, I unwrap all of the things she got me, like a coffee maker and an air fryer and etc. When she asked me where her gifts are, my gifts were the only ones under the tree. I told her to close her eyes and guided her to the computer. When I told her to open them, I had the chat program up and running and told her, "This is an AI version of me that you can talk to when I'm not able to." I said this with confidence and pride, thinking I had achieved something. However, after I said this, she began to cry. I was taken back by this, as I thought she would love it as much as I did. She started asking frantic questions while in tears, such as, "Do you not love me enough to talk to me?" And "What if I had a serious problem I needed to tell you about?"
Oh my fucking god.
And I understood why she had her concerns. But she only got angry.
Thought that was the end. I was like, what?
Sorry, I was trying to do the extended butt joke.
I get why she has the concerns.
What y'all think? Sorry, no. There's a butt coming. There's a butt.
All right.
But she only got angrier when I told her that the AI recommends healthy and organic solutions to your issues. I got a little offended when she called the AI, quote, "a dumb fucking robot," which is when I made the mistake of defending the AI, saying it was smarter than me and her and acted exactly like me. She started yelling and screaming, and eventually she stormed off. Heard from her in a few weeks. I haven't heard from her in a few weeks now. The last thing I heard is that she went back to her house and didn't feel like talking to me. I was only trying to help. This could have saved me so much time and effort, but I guess she didn't understand the appeal, and now I'm afraid that our relationship is in danger.
I think these are okay. I do think these are fake. Because there's so many of these that are, I'm cheating on my partner with AI. And it's like not written that way. Why did this guy fall in love with his own AI?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
What are we talking about? Is this real? This guy created an AI that's just himself? How did he do that?
Yeah.
Can you even do that with a software engineer fucking degree?
No.
I don't think so.
That's why I think, like, here's why I think it's real.
Yeah.
I think you could get so far up your own ass with AI.
I do think that, yeah.
Because, okay, my thing is, okay, like, the idea of, like, the metaverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where people are literally saying in Reddit forums, like, there's the Folding Ideas at Home, Folding Ideas video about Decentraland. And then it's like this fake movie theater with like the most low poly shit, and it's like, whoa, we can watch movies. I'm literally in a new
movie
world.
Theater, yeah.
And then people are pretending like it's like beautiful and it's like photorealistic, and you can't even walk through the doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like I think that's what I
but
think.
Like, okay, so it's Christmas.
It's Christmas time.
I bought you all this stuff, and maybe I'm upset because I had to buy all of this stuff, and I, like, it's Christmas and I'm worried about money, but I love you and you want these things, and I want to make sure that you get these things because I care about you and I want to make you happy, and it's Christmas, you know? And I give you all these gifts and you open them up and you love them so much, and then it's time for my gift, and I'm like, I don't see any gifts under my tree. I'm a little upset because, I mean, you know, that's kind of been ingrained in us as children that, you know, we got to have gifts under the tree, and that's exciting and blah, blah, blah. I don't really know any adults that do that anymore also, so maybe that's something, but
these are 23-year-olds as well, by the way.
I didn't do that when I was 23.
Okay.
But yeah, I also was abused, so I have no clue. But so then he brings her over to the computer and she opens her eye. And you know,
like the dean learning that when
Jesus wept. No, she opens her eyes and there it says like, hello, Emily, or whatever the fuck her name is.
I am your boyfriend.
I am your boyfriend. It's the green.
What do you want to talk about
strong
today?
bad email. a fucking DOS, whatever, you know. And you're looking at it, you're like, what? Would you start screaming and yelling? I would maybe be like, you know, when you're like, oh, okay, this is when you can talk to me about like when I'm not able to talk to you. And he's like, do you not want me to talk to you anymore? I feel like that's a valid question. And then he's like, no, it's just when I'm not able to. Would you then start screaming and yelling? I don't know. I don't know if I would scream and yell if I didn't get a gift for Christmas. I would feel bad.
He also said the AI was smarter than both of them.
Okay. I would start screaming. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, it's not right to scream.
But you'd start screaming.
And I'm only saying this because the last time we had one where the lady was fucking Arthur Morgan online, was sexting Arthur Morgan, we said that was emotional cheating. People were upset and they got it. And they were like, I want to fuck Arthur Morgan too.
Yeah. Because, he basically, the reason why she got really upset is because he defended the AI and called it smarter than both of them. And yeah.
And to me, I'm like, I would, if you were like, oh, well, my AI is smarter than you. Yeah, I would be upset. I just am, it's like these are just interactions that I can't understand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
What do you think about it?
I don't know. I think it's wild because, my thing is I'm thinking about this, like, how would I make this AI? Because I do think it is possible. Not like because I want to make it. But
you're going to sit me down next Christmas and be like, Sarah,
no.
I know we live together, work together, and are around each other 24/7. But when I go to the gym for an hour every Thursday, here's the AI you can use to talk to me.
So what I think, here's what I think happened. I think this guy, found a way to basically recreate ChatGPT, but with his voice. That's the way I could probably see this happening. Yeah,
that's it. Like with his
That's the only way that this could be real, right? Because you're not going to make a fucking AI.
He just repackaged
ChatGPT and then gave it to her as a present.
Yeah, that's not a fucking present, dude.
That's not
a free thing that she could use normally.
Yeah,
but it maybe kind of sounds like you.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
Yeah, it's valid to be upset at someone for not getting you a Christmas present, and also to be mad at someone for saying that this thing that they made is smarter than you.
Yeah, it's also me, so I am smarter than you.
But it's also smarter than you.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. But since it's also me, it is smarter than both of us. So actually, but it's still smarter than you.
It's just a confusing situation. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around it. I do think it's a possibility of this happening, and maybe not. I mean, I don't know. If you're really disappointed in me for thinking that there's a possibility of this maybe happening at some point, leave your fucking book in the comments down below.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I will say the edits do kind of make me think it might be a little bit real.
What are the edits?
So the update, there's the first edit was, I've driven over to her house and apologized. She was hesitant, but once I talked to her about how wrong I was for trying it, she agreed that as long as I get her an actual present, she can look past it.
Oh yeah, so she's upset about not getting a present.
Yeah, which is, I think that's fair.
That's valid. Yeah.
There was another edit that apparently, because I guess they got harassed on today. I fucked up.
Oh wow.
Because I think people were like, guys, I get it. I'm an asshole. Whatever. You
tried to get out of getting your girlfriend a gift,
a present. Yeah.
In the funniest way possible. For sure.
Yeah. I don't listen. If you don't want to talk to me AI. You know.
Listen. Same. I'm a crafter, and I feel like every time I try to make someone something, I'm getting away with not buying something for them.
Yeah, but this is also like for sure. Like he's saying in the post, plus it's free.
Yeah, you
Like,
did it because
yeah.
it's free.
And like you're getting a coffee maker and a fucking air fryer, like
Yeah, and then you're getting something that she could just go online and use anyway.
yeah, and like it doesn't. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's very fucked up.
It would be like if I programmed you a game of solitaire.
You make a shittier version of the New York Times crossword.
The New York Times connections. It doesn't make any damn sense.
It's just for
Not
it's
usable,
for yeah, it's not
but
even
it's
usable,
homemade.
but it's homemade. Yeah, you should. It's actually smarter than you.
It's actually smarter than you and me.
That's why if you lose, you're just a fucking idiot.
This thing that you'll for sure hate for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. It's just fucked up. Get her
Yeah.
a real present.
Get her a real present.
Get her a real present.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, guys, but if you, yeah, I think also maybe it could be something like getting a framed photo of yourself and giving it to someone.
A framed photo of you of like a trophy.
Yeah,
Best boyfriend.
I'm the best person ever. Here you go.
Yeah, I'm smarter than you. And you can still see the sticker from the custom
think-
trophy shop on the thing. Like,
This is definitely an assumption, but do you think when he said that, he's like, oh, well, this is smarter than me, and it's definitely
listen,
smarter
hey.
than you. Like, think about it. If it's smarter than me,
it's also smarter than you.
it's also smart. It's smarter than all of us, really.
Yeah, it's smarter than everyone, actually.
That would be really funny if that's the way that happened.
That would be, yeah. Okay, you actually, for the photo of
Yeah.
yourself with the
With the thing, yeah.
trophy. It's
Yeah.
not even a real trophy. You didn't even go out and buy a trophy. You just take a photo with a blank hand and then you shittily
Photoshop a
Photoshop.
shitty
But it's an
trophy.
obvious Photoshop.
Yeah, okay, you're right. This is the
Yeah.
correct metaphor.
Yeah.
I Photoshop a photo of me holding a trophy.
No, I photoshopped a photo of both of us in Paris where I know you wanted to go for Christmas.
This is what it would be like.
It's what it would be like if you wanted to actually talk with me in Paris.
This is silly. This is silly.
Photoshopping fake tickets to Paris in the photo of the fake Photoshop of you guys in Paris.
But it could also be like, she's like, you don't know me at all. I had all
Yeah.
these things that I hinted at or whatever. And really, you should just tell people. I know that some people, they would rather, like, I feel like if you want something specific, you do have to tell the person.
Yes, 100%.
But I do understand, like, relationships where you're like, my boyfriend won't get me anything unless I tell him to. And that's kind of fucked. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
It's like, remember the Simpsons shirt? Simpsons sweater?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, from whatever, not Poshmark, that's an app. That's a fashion app.
From whatever the Kmart thing
Yeah,
was.
whatever it was.
A value mart, yeah.
It's probably, she's more upset about you not understanding
What she wants.
would like
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know?
Hmm.
And she got you useful stuff. So how long have they been dating?
3 years. 3 years.
Damn. And you talked all through COVID, so you should know
And they
everything
talked-
about
They talked over the internet
constantly.
constantly. Video chatting as well.
I feel like it could have been a cute present if he was just like, he'd preloaded it with like some cute messages of their conversations or something. I feel like it could have been very nice. But he did it. He was just
It's
like,
like,
hey,
you know,
suck
hey,
my cock.
if I'm busy, don't fucking talk to me.
Talk to
the
my
AI.
It could have been real cute.
55 fishes, 45.
Yeah, he didn't execute, did he?
Yeah, he did not execute.
He did
no.
not execute.
No, not at all.
Jesus.
No prestige there. No.
No, you gotta train harder
Got
for that.
train harder. Solved it though.
Solved it. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he works for himself, not our family?
Oh, okay.
My husband and I have been with each other for 6 years and been married for almost 3 years now. We have a 1-year-old and we're expecting another baby. Our marriage has been full of emotional highs. We love each other and let the other know regularly.
That's nice.
My husband has a 9-to-5 job, after which he is also a tutor. He had started this back when we were in college, and it has never been an issue. He always had enough time. Even in the years leading up to the marriage and the first year of our marriage, this was never an issue. However, in the last year or so, it's become a big issue, and it's getting worse. He keeps on adding more classes to his schedule. Until last month, we had a red line that no classes on Sunday. He would devote that entire time to us. But last month, he even added a class on Sunday with the excuse that exams are starting.
Okay.
It started to feel like me and my son weren't a priority to him anymore. Some days he comes home at 11 p.m.
Whoa, Jesus.
On other days he's been doing it online, but that's not much better because he still can't give us any time.
Yeah, just because you're working from home doesn't mean...
You're probably
No, babe, I'm in the room with you.
Yeah. Last Sunday, I finally spoke out and told him he was neglecting his family. He was offended and told me that he doesn't enjoy having to work so hard, but he's doing it for our family. This is where I told him that no, I think he does enjoy it. It gives him an excuse to not spend time with us, and that he was doing this for himself, not for us. As things currently stand, our collective income is more than enough. There really was no need for him to add more classes on top of his existing ones. He's doing it for himself at this point. He's literally busy Monday through Saturday, and now he's trying to cross the red line we established for Sunday.
Whoa, Jesus.
We've been on bad terms since this fight. He keeps saying he can't believe that I said he worked for himself, not for us. Am I the asshole?
No. Okay, because...
Yeah.
Okay, only thing, but also you need to say this up front. If you're like saving up for something, like if you're deciding to work more to save up for something...
You should tell your partner.
You should tell your partner, yeah. Even if it's like supposed to be a surprise or whatever, you gotta fucking bring it up.
So initially, there were a bunch of people saying that she's an asshole because she's pregnant, and they think that he's working hard to save up money for the pregnancy. But then later she says that their income is fine. So even if that's the case, if that's what he's doing, he hasn't communicated that with her because they obviously don't agree on that point.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like, I wonder, because, okay, if you're making more than enough income.
Or she didn't put it in that they did communicate and she said it was fine, but obviously she doesn't think it's fine.
Anymore, at least, yeah. And like, yeah. Because also, I feel like if you're trying to work out, not work out, but like you're trying to work 7 days a week.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's
like,
not good, period.
Even with the excuse of exams are coming up, like, I don't know. Like, okay, listen, I think it is okay to be like, not a workaholic or like altruistic. I think it's okay to help children learn things for like exams, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you're not the only person doing that, you know? Like, there's plenty of others. There's other tutors. I'm assuming more than one in this place that you're living at, you know? Because like I don't, that's wild to me. Like, the idea, like, I don't know, someone who like, okay, workaholic here. I do try not to be a workaholic. You
contend towards it. Yeah.
I do definitely contend towards it.
Yeah.
I think it's bad when I work like 5 days a week now, genuinely. I think even 5 days a week
is a lot.
Everybody is too much.
Yeah.
I actually genuinely believe there's arguments for like 4-day work week, fucking 3-day work week. Like the production of the average human being is so high, we should be working a lot less and earning more. I actually do genuinely believe that. Also,
it's been proven that like short, long shifts are actually like helps like us be productive.
Yeah.
As human beings, we would rather have like a short shift where we go home early and then a long shift.
Yeah.
And then, that shit. And, honestly, the more that I've looked at my working shit is I call out sick for mental health days when I've been working entirely too long of a time.
Yeah.
And I always have to take a break like 2 or 3 weeks in. And it's not conducive. No one wants to give that many sick days. You know what I mean? But like, especially when I was getting burnout at customer service, I was taking way too many days off.
Yeah.
And it sucked because I felt like I was letting the team down, you know? And I think, I tried to be there when I could be there.
It's also not your fault, though, because that company would not hire people.
No, well, that first company, I do this at every company, though. But that one, it got really
There's one
bad.
company I'm thinking about particularly,
That was because every call I got, I was being screamed at. And I wasn't definitely not in the mental space to deal with people screaming at me over inconsequential shit at 7:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And also hearing like, oh, this person called out, that person called out, this person called out, blah, blah, blah.
So
and now it's just me and someone else.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn, when do I get their fucking call out? Because I need a fucking break from these assholes, you know? And it was just a bad situation all around, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
The team was let down by management in that case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like, I don't know, I think like I don't know how much I think I agree. There was one video I saw a long time ago. Don't remember who made it, but like someone was like, I'm going to do a 4-day work week. And they I guess they might have actually been working like 40 hours. They didn't realize that they might have to do 10-hour work days as opposed to 8-hour work days.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily opposed to a 10-hour work day.
No, I've done it before. It seems fine.
Yeah, I've done it too. Like definitely for the fucking podcast, you know?
Oh, yeah. And also at Universal you did.
Yeah, you know, like I would do like, what is it called? Overtime. That was technically overtime as well.
Yeah.
But like I do think like if we were to do like a 4-day work week, right? Like it would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, you know, like right in the middle. So you have like at least an extra day off. And like that's also more time, like long period of time for you to do more stuff.
Yeah.
Than opposed to like if you get home from work, like I remember getting home from work, like I couldn't do fucking anything.
Yeah.
And that'd just be 6 hours or 8 hours of like, I can't do anything. And also I would get up like 2 hours before work. Like days I worked at Universal, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was very hard for me to do anything.
And that's the thing. I don't know how, if you're working that long and you have kids at home.
Yeah.
You're coming home. I don't know how you can physically do something.
And like you're willingly doing that too. Like adding more hours on top of adding more days.
Yeah. And that can be very upsetting because like she is not working. She's at home with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also seems like she does have I think she does have a job, right? So, yeah. Because it seems like they have 2 incomes coming in.
Yeah. So he's just putting on extra work for no reason, just to make it so that she has to fucking take care of the kids full time.
Yeah, that's...
And I don't know if it's... I mean, listen, we don't know the guy.
We don't know either, yeah.
And I am going to be fucking for real here and say, we don't know him. We don't know that it's because he hates his wife and kids.
We don't know that.
That is a stereotype.
For all we know, he could just be very depressed as well. And like, because let's be honest here, when I'm depressed, I push myself into work.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
And it's like, I check on you to make sure that you're doing good because I'm bad at noticing because I'm also depressed.
Yeah. No,
and
I get you.
I'll be like, I haven't seen Josh in like 8 hours. What the fuck?
And I'm just at the computer, like fucking.
Just gooning.
I mean, okay, let's be real here.
Oh,
5
Josh,
times out of 10, I am. There is. Listen, to get this podcast done, I got to jerk off 20 times a day. So listen.
Yeah, just
and I only come once. So
I only come once. Fucking, oh man.
Yeah, not a bit.
Too much information for our audience.
Yeah, you're welcome, Kristen.
Oh, kid dunked on Kristen.
Yeah, don't listen to this show if you don't want to hear about Gooner Josh.
Tell Josh's mom about how he's a gooner. I don't know why anyone listens to us. We're assholes.
This is the worst show ever made. Yeah.
No, it's good. This is a joke.
No, this is fine. Yeah.
This is good.
I don't know. Yeah, there's something going on with him. He should stop working. Yeah. No one should be working 6 days a week.
No.
No one should be working 5 days a week. No one should be working even 40 hours a week. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you get in the comments and you're like, oh, that's nothing. I work 80.
You shouldn't work 80 hours. You shouldn't work 80 hours.
I know you're doing that for some reason. You know, like you need the money or whatever, or your job sort of forces you into doing it.
Hey guys, a little fun secret for you guys to start thinking about.
It's not the work hour police. Maybe Olympics. I don't know.
Working 2 jobs and going 60 to 80 hours a week is a failure of the system because you should be able to live a life outside of work. Or maybe I'm just a dumb gay rod.
Maybe I'm just a dumb, yeah.
Maybe I'm just Richie from fucking.
Oh man.
Solved it though.
Solved it, man.
That's Yeah,
you should not be doing that. Communicate with your wife. You need to be a team.
Goddamn wife.
Too many of these. I'm like, why are you guys not a team?
A lot of no communicating. Yeah, as a team. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Someone commented under one of us, like, I think they said like something along the lines like, not everyone's situationship is the same as yours, and I'm like, but people should be communicating. You know, I think that is a.
Was that? Were we talking about communicating?
It's on one of the. I don't even know which one it's on. Also, I'm sorry, I just saw Josh Hutcherson on my fucking thing. I'm gonna kill myself. No, it was. I think it was on like one of the videos. I don't think it was recent. But yeah, someone said that about like our relationship, which I guess our relationship is really good. It's like
not everyone's relationship is good. I know
that's sad. People's relationship should be good.
Yeah, it's the advice is that you deserve a good relationship, dog. I don't know what else to tell you.
People deserve good things? Question mark. Lame.
So you're just gonna accept having bad shit in your life?
No, I want to. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Okay. Let's just get back to hating men. All right.
All right.
Am I the asshole for being upset when my girlfriend created a hazard? I am OSHA. Throwaway. I, 26 male, love my girlfriend, 24 female, very much. While she is fine at running the household, she is, all caps, very bad at fixing things and DIY.
Okay.
We have a shoe rack next to our dining room table. In August, she started nagging me to move or replace the rack. I was busy and we never used the table anyway, so I never had a chance to do it as it wasn't a priority.
Since August?
Yeah, since August. A few days ago, she texted that she, quote, couldn't take it anymore and had ordered and assembled a new shoe rack so we could finally use the table. I'm not joking when I'm adding these next two words in, all one-sentence words or one-word sentences. Fine, whatever.
Jesus Christ. Okay, man.
But she assembled it badly and a pair of shoes fell on me. I lightheartedly, yeah.
It's that tall?
It can't be that tall.
My shoes fell off.
My shoes fell on my foot.
They took my Microsoft Dinosaur CD and cut me up, and they threw me down the stairs, and my shoes fell off.
I lightheartedly told her the shoe rack was clearly not level and looked like shit. She looked rightfully embarrassed and said she knew. Rightfully embarrassed. I'm not adding any words to this to make this guy look like an asshole. Don't worry. This is all in here.
Wow.
She looked rightfully embarrassed and said she knew she had probably assembled it wrong and could I help fix it. I gently reminded her that she should not be putting things together, but that I would fix it. However, I got busy and unfortunately didn't have a chance. She never once tried to fix it herself. The other day, the shoes fell on me again, and it pushed me over the edge. 2 strikes and you're out. I'm so happy that we found this.
I was like, it was like an old Western where you pull out a fucking gun.
Yeah, so you're the fastest violin slinger in the West.
Yeah, you know it.
The other day, the shoes fell on me again, and it pushed me over the edge. When she came back from work, I confronted her and told her it was a hazard. Shoes had fallen on me, all caps, twice, because of her shoddy work. And I should be able to walk into my own home without shoes falling on me. I dumped the shoes out and took the rack down. She just cold-shouldered me and walked away. I fixed and relocated the rack, then called her over. Instead of saying thanks or even saying nothing, she replied, quote, I don't give a single fuck. Yay, 10 points for you for fixing it. All snotty. I was stunned and told her I'd fixed it like she asked, and that I had a right to be upset about her shoddy work causing shoes to fall on me twice. Moreover, the old shoe rack had been perfectly fine. She shut herself in the bedroom and refused to talk to me. I think the old shoe rack was the table, I think.
It was the table that he was talking about at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand I probably shouldn't have snapped, but she took it upon herself to redo the shoe racks. It wasn't necessary as she created a hazard. I fixed it, and yet it still seems like I can do no right in her eyes. So am I the asshole?
You can do no right. The right thing was to fix the fucking table.
In August.
In August? You've been busy for 5 months?
Yeah.
5 months? Almost half a year?
Listen, guys, ADHD King here. I don't take 5 months to do things.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Yeah, I barely ever ask you.
And maybe that's just me. Like, maybe, things. But listen, the way that this guy's acting about it, though, like,
yeah,
he was asked to do it.
Yeah.
Nothing happened for 5 months. She did it on her own.
Right.
You got mad at her for doing it on her own.
Yeah,
because shoes fell on you. Yeah. How high is this fucking shoe rack? And are your shoes laced in lead? Like, what is going on?
What's happening?
Like, what steel-toed shoes do you have that are falling? Why are you putting them on the fine plate thing where it's all shaking and it's all gonna fall over? You know?
Yeah, you're like juggling shoes. Like, I don't know, man.
Like, that's weird to me. So, like, and then you fix it because you can't handle having shoes on your thing, and then you expect a thank you from her. She does the right thing, call you out for being something. A child. Yeah. She's like, yay, you fixed it. 10 points for Gryffindor or whatever. You know,
right.
Like, yeah.
This is, I'm gonna directly take this situation and apply it to my life, right?
Okay, all right.
You make something. Everyone's got a fucking opinion, dude.
Hey, that shoe rack ain't fucking level.
That shoe rack ain't fucking, the shoes are falling on me. And then you're like, okay, do it better. And then they do it better, and then they expect a fucking thank you. It's like, well, if you were criticizing the whole fucking time, you just do it. Just do it in the first place.
Yeah, do it also, hold on, real quick. I'm thinking now.
Yes.
My brain's thinking, okay, what kind of shoe rack would fall on you? That is... Do they make wall-mounted shoe racks?
Yeah, they do. They make big, like...
I know they make like shelves for walls.
Well, they make I mean, I don't know. It says it's not level, so I assume it's like an actual shelf.
And it's on the floor, right? Like, I mean, it could be level on wall as well. I'm not even saying that, but like...
I mean, wouldn't he mention that it's supposed to be wall-mounted?
Why would you want a shoe rack over your knees?
It doesn't make any sense. I thought the point of a shoe rack is that you can
you can kick it off and put it on very easily.
Unless there are people
at some point
out there.
You're gonna bend down to like grab your shoes, and it's just whoop whoop, you know.
Unless it's like a cubby hole, or maybe it's not even bonking him on the head. Maybe it's just falling on his various feet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is it just hitting your shins?
What, like shoes usually have traction on them. Why are they falling out of the thing?
Yeah,
because it's not level.
Shoes can stay level, like stay on something without it being. So that's why I'm thinking, like, okay, if you come in slamming the door 5 times and the shoe rack is on the wall,
that's making the shoe rack fucking.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
that would make sense, I think.
But like, you should have just fucking done it in the first place.
Yes, that's the real
main
answer.
Problem is you should have done it
in the first place.
And now you're getting mad at her for doing it because she wanted to do it because she waited 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 months.
5 months. Yeah, 5 years actually.
5 entire years for a damn shoe rack.
I don't know. Like, yeah, like how I want to know how busy you are. Like, genuinely.
I need to know how busy you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got time to fucking yap at her about fucking the shoe rack.
Yeah.
You got time to lean, you got time to fucking clean. So let's go. Come on.
Dog, come on.
Jesus. I don't even believe in that mentality. I do believe it with this person.
It's 5 months, and then she doesn't. You gotta complain, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, if you know,
I get not wanting to do stuff when you get home, and I've also been someone that like puts shit off probably for 5 months, and it's not good shit. It's not good.
Yeah.
But I don't complain when someone fixes the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would be grateful.
I'd be like, thank God I didn't have the energy to do that.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways out of this argument that you decided just, definitively not to take.
Let's say you do the shoe rack, right? And like, like it's not level. You still have a shoe rack that you can work on now to fix. At least like some of the work's done. You might have to redo some of the work, but some of the work's done, you know? You don't have to do the labor of picking out a shoe rack. You don't have to do the labor of bringing in the shoe rack now, you know?
Yeah.
But no, we just had to have these to table. That's weird. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn.
If someone asks you to fix something, try to fix it as soon as you can.
Yeah, maybe fix it, dude.
Yeah. What are you, a cable company?
Or at the
like,
very least, don't complain when they fix it when you're not doing it.
Yeah, then just fix it.
That's so annoying. That's just annoying.
Very annoying. Solved it, though.
Solved it.
Oh, those are our final stories, dude.
It is. It's final.
Yeah, we have half an hour. I told you it was going to be at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Told you.
I'm telling myself I'm not going to be mad if people are mad at this one, because I do feel like I went off the rails a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, it's okay. I get it.
But I'm gonna be upset. I know it's gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah, God damn it. Comments are off for this one.
I know.
I will say I am turning off comments on Spotify from here on out, just because, like...
Did we get bad ones?
Well, there's that one from someone that came from OKOP.
Oh, yeah, they didn't like us cursing.
They didn't like us fucking cursing, us pieces of shit.
God damn it, those fucking...
Can't deal with the cursing.
Yeah.
I don't want you.
Yeah,
I
mean, we've been cursing since the beginning. I've left podcasts because they told me I can't curse anymore.
Listen, teach their own about cursing.
I'm a cursing motherfucker. I love fucking cursing, dude.
Don't call yourself out for being a fucking bird.
Oh, shit, get it, bird. We don't care. We don't care about that.
Shit. I don't give a fuck.
Don't take anything that we say as serious, please.
Yeah, this is the comedy portion of the show. The part of the show that has the least amount of laughs so far, this is the comedy portion of the show.
Yeah, you know it, baby. Failing at our job. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my brother-in-law sell his art at my boutique?
Oh, okay. What's the art? I want to know what the art is. Sorry.
I, 26 female, own a small boutique clothing store downtown. My brother-in-law, Henry, is an amateur artist trying to get exposure. He asked if he could sell his paintings in my store on consignment to reach new customers.
Okay.
The issue is that Henry's art is kind of dark and not the aesthetic I want for my boutique. I tried to gently explain that his style just doesn't fit with the bright, lively vibe of my store.
Okay.
Henry got upset and accused me of undermining his dreams as an artist just because we have different tastes. My husband thinks I'm being unfair and could help launch his brother's career. But as the boutique owner, I don't think I should have to compromise my curated vision to display art I simply don't care for. Am I the asshole? I want to support Henry's hobby, but I don't think my store is the right venue for his art.
Hobby. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the OP in a comment said, I'm happy to help promote Henry's art on social media or connect him with some local galleries. But featuring work I don't feel fits my boutique's brand feels wrong as the owner. This isn't personal. Our styles just don't mesh.
Okay.
And I will say, people are saying, like, with boutiques, like, the vibe is kind of the thing that pulls people in.
Okay.
And that was something that I didn't know.
Okay.
And it's like, you don't really, if someone goes there and they get disturbed by a piece of art and they might leave and you lost people, and other people are making points where it's like, you put all this work in to get your boutique set up, and then your brother's just kind of piggybacking off of that success.
That is fair. That is a fair critique, and I can understand that. I definitely... It's okay. I can understand, like...
If you're fucking... to me, blasting it out on social media is the
probably
same
fine,
thing.
yeah.
And especially connecting with galleries.
Yeah, if you're going to connect with other galleries, offer that. I think that's the only thing that you should make clear is like, hey, I'm not going to put it in my boutique. I know people that might work with your thing. I think that's fine. That's actually more than okay.
If you've said that to him and he turns around and says, you're undermining my career as an artist because you won't put my art in your boutique, I think
that's a little
he's
weird.
A little wild.
Yeah, so, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I think there is a weird, like, okay, I can I'm fully around on this. Yeah. Because, like, okay, listen, I don't like, lower stakes. This is a podcast. Lower stakes.
Yeah.
But like there is always a sinking feeling I get whenever like and this doesn't happen that often, but like if like a friend or a family member were to approach me and say, like, hey,
my business.
Can you show me your thing? There's that I don't remember who it was on Make Some Noise where it's like comments you've gotten about your job, and it's I can't remember her name, but she's like, oh yeah, I got a sketch idea for you. It's like, so you come in my shop, right? No, it's real funny. And you come into my shop and you're gonna buy something, and that's it. That's like the end of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's plenty of people that would try to. I don't think the brother's necessarily trying to take advantage of this person. I definitely understand being like wary of like, you just want to try and come in and,
Yeah, and I do think like, I feel like I'm more open-minded about that. Like, I feel like if people, I've offered honestly to my friends to shout them out.
Yeah.
Like on Thus Spoke Zarathustra, I paid a friend to, I commissioned him to do the intro, and I was like, dog, I'll shout you out every episode, and if you have stuff coming out, let me know, and I'll shout that out too, because I'm just like, I am grateful for it, and also I know that he's a hard worker and he makes good shit. But yeah, it's not like, I wonder really if it is literally like if they just come up to you. Because it's an expectation of, I want to use you.
Since you're famous, I need some of that star power, please. Thank you.
Yes, please and thank you.
And like, it's not even like I'm against the idea of like cold calling like someone, like, I mean, that's how like Straight Over Coffee happened,
yeah, for
like,
sure.
yeah, they just reached out like, hey, we'll do a coffee line. Yeah, great.
And we were interested,
Yeah, we were interested in it, so we did it. And like there's you know like the idea like okay like if someone in my family tomorrow was like, hey, I'm gonna do a podcast, it's gonna be a really serious true crime podcast,
can you shout me out?
I would have to, that puts me in the weird position of being like, I can't do that. I've shat on true crime because I don't think it's sustainable. Or
but I do think it's ethically not the best.
Yeah, but I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see
you know. And then if they got pissy with me and be like, how fucking dare you? You don't want to help your family?
Keep fame.
And I'm like, oh, first of all, that's
we're not famous.
And we're not famous.
B, that's not gatekeeping.
Second of all, do you want this?
Yeah, that's crazy that you want this, dude.
You don't.
This is hell.
You don't.
It's not fun. I don't know why you want this. It sucks shit, dog.
It sucks. Yeah, it's not ideal. The only good thing is you wake up at 12.
I'm trying to convince myself not to burn it all down. You don't just get it. You know what I mean?
Sarah has a lighter always ready. Just like, I know Josh's computer's right there.
I go to bed going like...
Yeah, flame.
Can you tell I've never done one? Can you tell I've never successfully done one?
You gotta like you hold it. It's like a flick up.
Flick up. Yeah, you can totally tell.
Yeah.
And so it was so terrible at
Someone hasn't fucking smoked the ganj.
Yeah, I do edible.
Someone eats their weed. No, but yeah.
Someone eats their weed.
Gatekeeping weed because you don't smoke it. No, it's all. Yeah, I don't know. I think there are people that would try to take advantage of successful people in their family.
Yeah.
And not even like the idea of like, hey, I'm in a rough spot. Could you give me like a job or something?
Oh yeah, no,
like,
that's
there are ways to like support family members if you're lucky enough to be in like a position where you run a business, you run a podcast, you run whatever.
Because it's like vibes based.
Yes, so it's always going to be different. Like how, yeah,
like this whole Jake Doolittle H3H3 thing where Jake Doolittle was like, you know, AB or whoever. I don't remember who it was.
I think AB told him not to make the video.
Well, yes, I do know that, but one of the members of the H3 podcast got their job by being consistent with emailing Ethan.
Yeah, it probably was AB. Yeah,
I think AB got a job by defending Ethan on Twitter.
Yeah,
I think that was what it was, but someone else did that. And Ethan talked publicly about how he was like, that's how you get jobs, is you be consistent and you follow up. And Jake Doolittle sent like fucking 10 fucking emails, and it came up as harassment, like allegedly.
Yeah.
It's an alleged. I mean, and it came off as creepy, basically.
Yeah,
like a sort of just a guy that was like obsessed with them and really needed a job from just H3.
Yeah, like if you wanted, like especially if he was like doing photography, there's plenty of other like avenues.
Yeah, for
if you
photography.
have that platform, and like you advertise yourself afterwards, like.
But it's vibes based.
It is definitely vibes based. Yeah,
and I don't know how to describe it, and it sucks because I hate it when people are like, "Oh, this just gives me the ick," or fucking vibes or whatever.
There's sometimes where people are using vibes as a tactic to like tear down someone. You know what I mean?
And I'm like, well, what's the rule then, man? Fuck.
Yeah. So
Shit.
I don't know. It's hard. It is difficult. It's a weird gray area to be in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, like, I don't know, sometimes like I don't think like I've ever like there's been people in my family that were like, I want to do a podcast, and I've been like, cool, great.
Do it.
Then there's the talk of like, oh, maybe you can bring us in under your umbrella. I'm like, okay.
Or like maybe I can, be maybe I can be on your podcast, and you're like, okay. But even then, most of the time when people that I've known, like there's the girl from high school that was like, oh, I want to be on your podcast. And I was like, sure, for sure. And then she just never followed back up.
Yeah.
Had she just followed back up and come over, she would have been on the podcast. On it,
but instead she decided to make her own podcast, which, I mean, fine, make your own podcast.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like, it does seem like
very convenient.
We offered you to come on the show. You didn't come on, did your own thing.
Yeah.
And like, it's just weird. It's a weird vibe.
Fine.
It's a weird vibe.
It's just a weird vibe. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
People start getting fucking weird when your number goes over 100,000 on any platform.
It is weird, and I don't want to be the type of person that's like, I'm literally famous. I'm not. I don't think so.
No one knows who the fuck I am. I'm cool with that.
That's fine.
I like that, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, please don't.
Please stop.
Fucking don't do that. But yeah, people do get weird about it, and it is fucking like, we went at the baby shower. People were coming up to us and being like, "Oh, the famous, ooh," and I'm like,
"Jump in fire, Josh. Jump in fire. Do it right now. Do it, Josh."
Yeah, you were looking at the fireplace like, I'm gonna fucking jump in there.
I was. At some point, I turned to you and I was like, "Hey, do you know the cover for Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name of?"
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do that in a second. That was fun.
Man, that was really fun. But yeah, it's difficult to now. That's the expectation. That's the thing about you that whatever. How did we get to talking about famous? This person just opened a boutique.
I mean, it's a business, I guess. Like the idea of like running a successful business,
and
like,
then someone's like, "Oh, I want to
come in and Which again, I don't even know if that's necessarily what's happening here, but it does. I get the idea of like vibes being weird,
Yeah.
Solved it. All right, last one, guys. We got this.
Last one.
We got this. All right. Please send all complaints to APWSTR contact.
Dude, I hope people don't like this one. And I'm sorry I keep talking about it, but I think this is really funny. If y'all don't like this episode, I think it's really funny because we haven't done an episode for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we come back and wear dog shit. That's awesome.
That's kind of funny.
I think that would be really funny.
That would be pretty funny.
I don't think we're doing a dog shit episode, but I
think this one's a little more laid back. It might not be as funny, but I do think
it feels like a return to our normal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of like just trying to be real and honest
being
with
real.
ourselves. Yeah, being real.
Just being fucking real. That's
like
what
these
I do.
stories. These stories
That's
are
what I do
100% real, Sarah.
That's what I do on the internet. I'm fucking real, man. That's what I fucking do. I get on the internet. I just fucking tell the truth. I'm a truth teller. Sayer.
Guys, there's nothing you can't say to me that I haven't already thought about in the recording of the episode. Don't worry. I hate myself more than you guys ever could.
You know what? There's a lot of extra shit, actually, that people could find out. Like, oh, why is Sarah glasses so big? Fuck, man. Fuck, dude. Now I'm insecure. Thanks, man.
Josh had one strand of hair not equal to the rest of the strands of hair.
God damn it. Didn't come up. Didn't come up in the podcast. Fuck. Just throwing off that mug.
Yeah, where's a plate so I can drop it on the floor?
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Happened.
Yeah, where's the car so I can drive it through the fucking?
Drive it through the thing.
That'd be really hard because there's like a barrier. But like driving up around the house and like, hold on, I gotta do a 3-point turn to drive into my own house.
Beep. A 3-point turn to drive into my own house.
Yeah.
I do like it. I do like the return.
I like the return.
Vibes.
Yeah, I like this. I'm happy to be back. Yeah. I am happy to be back.
Me too.
Despite everything I've said in this podcast episode.
Yeah.
Okay, final story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I picked this one. Am I the asshole for not agreeing to share a hotel room in Vegas with my sister-in-law?
I don't know. Maybe.
My wife, 38 female, and I, 38 male, are your average busy parents with stressful jobs and stressful kids. Fucking hate them. Dina, that's not in there, sorry.
Oh.
Dina has 2 best friends, Shauna and Samantha, who live in different states.
Mm-hmm.
Last month, Shauna asked me, my wife, if she wanted to run a half marathon in Vegas. When Dana brought up going to Vegas, I said half jokingly that I had never been to Vegas and she can't go twice before I had gone once. She asked if I meant it. I said yes. So she was like, okay, I guess we can work it out. Samantha and Dina's sister ended up going too. I later backed out, not wanting to be a third wheel on a girls' trip.
Wait, okay. I'm sorry. So,
okay. There's a lot going on here. I get it.
This is your sister-in-law.
Yeah, sister-in-law.
And she's going to Vegas, and she's been to Vegas once, and you said no, you're not allowed. Okay, so, I'm sorry.
So it's right now. It's just the wife and I think her friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his wife and her friends.
Yes.
I got confused from the sister-in-law in the title. I'm so sorry.
It's gonna come up. Don't worry.
Okay.
I later backed out, not wanting to be a third wheel to a girls' trip. A few days after I backed out, my wife found out Samantha's husband Jim is going and asked if I still wanted to go. I excitedly agreed.
Okay, sweet.
A week later, my wife asked me, hey, you're okay with sharing a room with my sister, right? I said, no, I'm not okay with sharing a room. Why would we share a room? She explained that we would share a room with her sister to help save her and us some money. Apparently, Shauna was going to share a room with Samantha and Jim. So I guess Samantha's the sister.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Shauna is his wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of names here, but we'll get through this.
Oh, so like both of them are going to share a room.
Yes, originally. And now because he's back in on the trip.
It's just going to be him and her sister and her
him,
sister's
his wife, sister,
yes,
sister's
so
boyfriend.
both couples in the same room.
Yes, both couples in the same room.
Oh my God, okay. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's fine. Listen, people, it's fine. Whatever. We're getting there.
I'm gonna get this right. Fuck.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Having flashbacks being on OKOP.
Yeah, forgetting that
Vietnam flashbacks.
There are multiple ways to be a sister-in-law.
Yes.
Forgetting about that.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, Shauna was going to share a room with Samantha and Jim. I said, quote, excuse me.
Yeah.
I said, every single person going on this trip makes 6 figures other than your sister. Why would we share a room to save money? Why doesn't Shauna share a room to save with your sister? Why would we give up our privacy to save money? My wife was not having it, and we fought over it, but it didn't resolve anything. The more I thought about it, the more it upset me. We don't go on enough dates. We've never been away from our kids for more than one night. Why would she feel okay with removing any chance at intimacy during a 4-day trip away from the kids? Why won't she fuck me on her girls' trip?
She wants to save money. I don't know. She's probably thinking about her fucking sister not being able to fucking pay for the shit.
Yeah. But what if I want my dick wet?
Then pay for your sister's fucking room.
A week later, I asked her thoughts. I asked her thoughts on our Vegas trip. She explained that we wouldn't be spending any time in our room together away anyway. Her last girls' trip, they never spent any time in their rooms. They only used their rooms to crash.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like this is Vegas. Yeah.
That
I feel
is
like
normally
most
how that
vacations.
goes.
Yeah.
Especially girls' trips.
Yeah. Like you're going out. Yeah.
Yeah. You're supposed to be going out. Yeah. A lot.
Vegas.
It's Vegas. You want to stay in the hotel room and fuck? Go to the beach.
Go to the beach and fuck.
That's what the beach is for.
That's what the beach is for. Yeah, no one goes to the beach for more than an hour. They go for an hour, they go back, fuck, and go back to sleep.
Literally, yeah.
When do you want to go to the beach next time?
Whenever you want to pay for it,
That's called
dog.
Rhys, motherfuckers. They only use the rooms to crash. This is a girls' trip, and Jim coming along meant I would have someone for me, but it didn't change the fact that this was a girls' trip. I argued that having our own room and privacy doesn't change the trip at all. Not sharing a room wouldn't change the dynamics of the trip, but it would at least create the opportunity for there to be intimacy between us, and that was important to me. Again, she wasn't having any of it. During the argument, my wife admitted that she had agreed to share a room before she had even asked me. She said someone had suggested it in their text thread, and she replied, "I don't care." We didn't talk for a couple days after that fight. When we warmed back up to each other, she told me that she had told the group we wouldn't be sharing a room any longer. She thinks I'm the asshole because I forced my will on her. I think she is the asshole because she agreed to share a room without consulting me, tried to sell me on why that was okay, and ignored the importance of intimacy in our relationship.
Okay.
Am I the asshole?
So you have a lot of resentment towards your wife, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Because you don't believe that you go on
enough dates,
which would very well
that's
be
fair,
true.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's valid to be upset about it. Absolutely.
And
I do think she probably should have told you at the beginning, oh, well,
about sharing a room.
I have to share a room because I said I would.
Yeah.
Because also, when did she say I don't care? Was it while you were not on the trip, or was it while you were on the trip?
That's the thing. That's not really said, because it seemed like he was invited to the trip, or like he inserted himself into the trip in the first place.
Yes.
And then was like, all right, I'm out. And then another dude was going on the trip.
So he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go in.
It was invited in. I was like, all right, yeah. And the only reason why he's there now is because Jim's there, because this was originally meant to be a girls' trip.
Right. So what it sounds like is, and I don't know.
We don't know, but this is our...
Be like, I'm saying this definitively. I'm not saying it definitively. It sounds like what might have happened. All right? Okay?
Okay.
All right. It sounds like what might have happened.
Allegedly happened.
Allegedly.
Your Honor.
Maybe. Possibly. I'm the woman from the connections that makes the connections.
Yeah.
Maybe possibly sharing a bed in Vegas. Fuck that lady. I want to find her. I really, it's like Ron DeSantis and then like her.
Those are your two.
Those are my two I gotta find.
Yeah, that's fair.
And who knows what'll happen when I get there. Fucking, it sounds like he was out, and then her sister was like, "Oh, my husband wants to come. Can he come?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay. If that's the case, can we share a room because we don't make six figures and we have to fucking blah blah blah. And we have to split we'd like to split a room, at least we can go if we split a room.
Yeah,
and there's two people going.
Yes,
is that okay?" And the wife says, "I don't care. That's fine." And then the wife is like, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's another dude coming. Do you want to come too?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh yeah, sounds good." And she's like, "Oh okay, great." And then she has to confirm that she's sharing a room, blah blah blah. And then he blows up because he's got this resentment because apparently there's not enough intimacy in their relationship.
Yeah, which that could be a genuine complaint. I'm not even like I am joking a little bit when I say like dick wet or whatever, but like it does seem like
it's valid.
Yeah, it does seem like valid. And it does seem, but it does, in the context of it, like the idea of just having alone time is what he wants, right?
Yeah.
And that's like, I think there is a heavy resentment against her. Like, I think he should also be like, why isn't there not an attempt to try and, you gotta be upfront about it. You gotta be honest with your emotions, you know?
When you do have resentment, it is on you to bring it up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's one of those parts of life that it's just not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair. But yeah,
you got to bring it up. You got to bring it like, hey, why don't we go on more dates? You know, like, why aren't you like trying to hire like a babysitter or something so you can go on dates and then come back home?
Yeah,
or,
should we do that? Blah blah blah. And then if she's like, no, be like, okay, but why?
What can we do then?
Like, what's going on? I would like to be more intimate. I think I want a relationship where I'm intimate with my partner, and then see what problems or issues she has with that.
Yeah.
You know? And especially I want to shut down like speculation. I feel like a lot of times with these Reddit posts, it jumps to and I understand it a little bit because I mean, yeah, the track record for men, not awesome.
Not great. Yeah.
It's not the best.
Yeah.
But I do want to shut down some speculation, like, you know, he must not be doing it. We don't know.
No, we don't know
from the post. He's not doing enough, blah, blah, blah. And he just wants to fuck and he just thinks of her as like, blah, blah, blah.
I will say, I definitely sometimes err on the side of like, okay, I know this person is trying to make themselves look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that is at least the better way of looking at it instead of just believing everything
it's most likely true.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. So I don't know. I think like, I don't think you should be going on this trip.
Yeah.
I don't even think Jim or whatever his fucking name is should be going on the trip. I think it should just be a girls' trip.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I feel like if they're cool with Jim, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel that.
If Jim's cool, then we don't know anything about Jim.
But it does, I don't know, it does seem weird like the first time. There's this weird thing, and I think this happened multiple times in the stories today, the idea of like half joking when you just mean what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's annoying as shit.
It is annoying.
And as someone whose, I guess, career now is joking.
And people think that we mean what we say when we're joking.
Yeah, it's like, it pisses me off because it poisons the well a bunch. Yeah.
Stop it. I'm trying to make jokes that people think I believe in that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just trying to, and I know I should get better at jokes. Listen, I haven't taken an improv class. Yeah. I'm trying real hard, and it still comes across as serious for some reason. And I don't mean it. I don't mean it, guys. If you're like, oh, Sarah, why would you say that? It's a joke. Or I said it wrong. I don't know. Fuck. Or I'm a piece of shit. Who knew?
That doesn't even make sense in this context.
No,
I'm sorry.
It doesn't, but it's funny. I don't know, man. It sounds like you're using this as a way to communicate with your wife about your intimacy issues. And she's like just trying to plan a fucking trip.
Yeah, you know.
I do think she should have been upfront, though.
I think 100%. Yeah, I think, yeah. Everyone's saying everyone's shitty here, and I kind of agree with that. Yeah. I think that's fair. But
what a fun breakdown in communication to see.
Yeah.
Like a train wreck. Like a train wreck.
Like a pretty big train wreck, yeah.
It's fun.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby.
Solved it, though. That's our show. We did it. We got through it.
We did get through it.
We got through it, guys. We did it. We were able.
I enjoyed doing this one. I feel like I actually was real.
Yeah, this
one's... Me too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this one. And if you didn't enjoy this one, shove it up your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, move on, man.
Move on.
You outgrew our show. God bless
outgrew
you.
your show. You've ascended beyond us.
You've ascended. Here we are down in the 9th layer of hell. And
Yeah.
this is where we
You're
this is
on
where
the
we
8th
play.
layer of hell if you stop lostering.
Yeah, God bless.
But if you're still here, like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcast. Check out all the links down in the description for our various causes, the Boink stuff, Palestine, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Favorite coffee is also in the description as well.
Indeed.
Enjoy the rest of your show and the rest of your day. Go check us out on Apple and Spotify podcast, raise 5 stars, and other things we're supposed to plug. Oh wait, Sarah, plugs. We gotta plug our own shit.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. No, I'm not doing that. Don't follow me anywhere. Fuck that.
And if you don't want to follow her, block her on That's So Hearin' on most social networking sites.
Yeah.
I'm a guy nicknamed JC on Twitch and Joshua Chinland on most platforms. Yeah, I'm one of those two. The links are in the description. I'll probably be back to streaming this week.
Yeah, true.
I hope. We'll see.
We'll see what I do.
We'll see what I do.
It's up in the air, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
APWSTR Gaming is also in the description.
Oh, yeah, to go do that.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the show, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Spicy one.
That was a little spicy. There was some spice in that. A little spice in that.
A little spice.
A little spice. I'm feeling good about it, though.
Yeah, me too.
What if I edit this tomorrow and I just come out to you and I'm just like,
we can't
use
put this
any
one
of
up.
this.
There's
Listen,
too much shit.
It's gone. It's over.
We were like, okay, we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to talk about that.
And we didn't talk about that for the most part.
Most of it.
We did talk. Fuck.
We
God
did
damn
about
it.
both things. Yeah. Yeah.
I just love.
What was the point of the 2-hour fucking pre-show podcast that
we just
will
kept
never see the light of
about it.
day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about a good bridge that's on fire that I really just enjoy staring at. I'm sorry.
I know it's the self-immolation that you want to do to yourself.
Take me home, Mr. Robot, because I don't remember. Take me home. Okay, that's a good outro. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, we did it. We figured it out. Yeah.
Who the fuck are we?